Welcome to another Genshin Impact video. Today I'm gonna play the Nod-Krai Archon Quest Act 5. And yeah, last time in Act 4 we had kind of the final battle against Rerir. Final for now. I think we are probably gonna see him again at some point, but for now the Rerir problem is solved. And now what else is there to do in Nod-Krai? Well, a bunch of things actually, because we still haven't found anything more about the spaceship, but they mentioned it in the trailer, so yeah, I'm excited to find out more about the Traveler's spaceship. And also Columbina, of course. There's still some problems surrounding her. Like, why does Teyvat not accept her? Why is her power constantly getting drained? Can she return to the moon at some point? And yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna get all the answers in this Archon Quest, but we're probably gonna get some answers. So let's just go ahead and start this right away. Without further ado, we have to go over here to Nusha Town to start the quest. Let's see what is gonna happen here. Okay, Catherine. Claiming some commission rewards, I see. No other urgent commissions. So I guess we have some free time. Yeah, but we kinda deserve it, Paimon. After all we did here. You deserve some time to just, you know, sit back and relax. Though I doubt that it's actually gonna be that relaxing. Something is gonna happen that's gonna interrupt our vacation. Yeah, Vatan, Fatui. Yeah, concerning the Fatui, I forgot to mention in the intro, but there's another Harbinger here, right? And it's implied to be Dottore. So, are we finally gonna see him now in Act 5? I was waiting for it in all the previous acts and he never appeared, but they mentioned several times that there's another Harbinger here in Nod-Krai. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's him. It has to be him, right? The doctor. Yeah, we really have achieved a lot since we've been here, haven't we? Haven't found the spaceship yet, though. The Moon Prayer Night. Oh, is that the festival that they showed in the trailer? Right, during the livestream I got a bit confused when they showed the festival. I thought it was an event at first and not part of the Archon Quest, because that's usually how it goes with the festivals in most of the nations. They happen independently of the Archon Quests, just as events, but yeah, this time it's actually part of the Archon Quest. Oh, okay, so it's a Frost Moon Scion festival. Not really something for people outside of the Frost Moon Science, I guess. It's just an opportunity to do business for them. Okay, I see. Yeah, I guess it's like that for most festivals, where after a while, you know, after decades or centuries even, people just stop caring or are forgetting what it was celebrated for initially, and are not just here, you know, for the festivities, and not really for what the festival was actually for in the beginning. Yeah, they're here for the food. Festivals tend to have pretty good food. I'm definitely up for it. Some personal business. What are you talking about, Paimon? Oh, the spaceship. Okay, I see. Yeah, I was mentioning that already, of course. Are we finally gonna find out more? The weirdest thing about the spaceship so far is that when we looked into the past, we saw that Aether, the Abyss sibling, approached from outside. He never came from inside the spaceship, which, you know, that leads to a bunch of crazy theories. Like, maybe the Abyss sibling isn't actually Aether and the real Aether is still sleeping in the spaceship. And, I don't know, the Abyss sibling is some kind of clone or whatever, or maybe a boy from Khaenri'ah who was infused with his memories and they changed his appearance. Maybe. I mean, the Sinners could probably do something like that, right? Especially Reindotte. But we don't really have any idea where to start looking for the spaceship. Yeah, Paimon, I'm not sure it's as simple as that. Yeah, I guess that's the best we can do for now. Haven't seen Columbina in a while. Used a huge amount of power in the final battle. Yes, she did. Though part of that was stolen from Rerir. Was his power. Okay, are we gonna go visit Columbina? No traits of... Oh, the doctor mentioned. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Was just thinking about Columbina and the doctor. Oh, he has everything to do with the Paimon. He is the main Fatui threat here in Nod-Krai, I'm pretty sure. Because Sandron, of course, she's kinda, you know, she's a tsundere, so she acts like she is not really on good terms with us, and also with Columbina. But deep down, she is really good friends with Columbina, and, you know, she also doesn't really have anything against us. At least not to the point where she would actually actively become our enemy. So no, it's not Sandron that we have to be careful of when it comes to Fatui here, Nod-Krai. It's definitely the Doctor. And we learned it back in Natlan that he's investigating the moon. That and all the mentions of another Harbinger here, Nod-Krai, that's what led me to believe that he is here. But no sign of him so far, but yeah, now he's finally getting mentioned. So he's definitely gonna appear in this Archon Quest. I'm excited for this. The Doctor is such a good antagonist. Like, he's not the kind of character that I would want to roll for if he ever becomes playable. I know a lot of people are hoping for that, but I'm like, I'm not really asking for a playable Doctor, but, you know, as an antagonist, he's amazing. He's the kind of antagonist that you can really hate. And the problem is that if they want to make him playable, they kinda have to redeem him. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to just having a villain as a playable character, but the way Genshin does things, every playable character has to be redeemed in some way, shape, or form if they were a villain at some point. That's just how they do things in Genshin. So yeah, I don't really want Dottore to be redeemed, which is part of the reason why I don't want him to be playable. I don't think he's the kind of character who needs a redemption arc. I think he works best as just a straight up villain. Yeah, he hasn't shown himself even once, even while all the Rerir stuff was going on. Probably engrossed in one of his experiments, perhaps, and yeah, probably this experiment has something to do with Columbina, because Sandron was implying in one of the previous Archon quests that she is not the one who, like, ordered the Fatui to search for Columbina, that it came from one of the other Harbingers, implying that it was Dottore who actually, like, is looking for Columbina and wants to capture her and bring her back to the Fatui for whatever reason, probably an experiment. Either way, his current inaction is a good thing. I don't agree. I think that him not showing himself and not doing anything means that he is cooking up something big. And we're not gonna like whatever he's cooking up. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, basically. That even though she is kinda mean sometimes, she's not really, you know, not really an enemy. Just a tsundere. Can't admit that she likes us in Columbina. Maybe. Yeah, it's so funny how she always thought that just by upgrading Polonia she could defeat Rerir. She isn't even the strongest Harbinger here in Nod-Krai, but she thought she could take Rerir on alone. Yeah, kinda delusional, if you ask me. But it's just part of who she is, I guess. Just can't admit defeat. Always has to have the upper hand. The last word. Yeah, she probably is. Paimon? I have a feeling she might have heard that. Is she standing right behind Paimon? It's just Catherine.
どうされましたか?
Oh, I see what they're implying here. That Sandron can probably hear what the Catherines are hearing, or the Catherines are reporting to her. Yeah, it makes sense, since they were created by her. Don't worry, Paimon, I don't think that she knows everything that the Catherines know right away. You should be safe for now. But yeah, okay, on to Silvermoon Hall now. To visit Columbina. Here we are. This place is still beautiful. I love it. And the flowers are all blue now. So she seems to be fine. Yeah, there she is.
私がここに座ってるのがそんなに
No, not really. But you seem to be doing well. And Lumine talks again. I love how much she talks nowadays. Oh, did we interrupt your rest? Sorry.
邪魔されたって思ってるわけじゃないよ。ここに来るのは君たちだけだもの。横になったまま話すのは冷たく見えるかなと思って。
I mean, you can sit, you can stand, you can lie down, whatever you want. Whatever is most comfortable for you. And now she comes floating down. I love how she just always floats. Because normal walking is lame. Floating is much cooler. There have been moments lately where you think about you and your companions. Okay, what exactly are you thinking about us? Warm, mysterious, cozy memories. Yeah, you're experiencing friendship for the first time, I guess.
故郷へ帰るときはお土産をたくさん持って帰るんだってことは知ってた。でも私の荷物は空っぽでずっとそうだと思ってたけど。やっぱり月に帰るのか?
Yeah, I guess she is.
うん。私はこの星と常に反発し合ってる。まるでお前はここに属するものじゃないんだって言われ続けてる。
But there must be a way to solve that problem. Because we've never heard of the other moon goddesses that came before her being rejected by Tevat. I mean, they were killed, but they were really powerful before and didn't seem to have the same problems as Columbina, right? At least from what we know about them. But maybe I'm wrong. Well, that's serious. So she really just can't live here for long. But why?
どうやって帰るつもり? もうすぐ期月の夜が来る。それは月が
okay, I see. So, I guess at the end of the festival? So is the festival gonna be our send-off to Columbina? Or goodbye? I mean, it's obviously not gonna be goodbye forever. Because I'm pretty sure there's still gonna be another act at least for the Archon Quest in the next update, right? Maybe not. It's already gonna be longer than the other Archon Quests, since there's an Act 6. But I don't know, wasn't this update called like Intermission or something? And also the trailers and stuff, it didn't really make it feel like it was the finale of Nod-Krai. So I'm pretty sure there's more to come in Luna 4. And since Columbina's most likely gonna come out in Luna 4, by the time I'm recording this, she wasn't trip marketed yet, but I've heard a lot of people say that she's the next one, you know. So yeah, she's definitely gonna be back in Tevat next update. That's what I'm trying to say here, even if she goes to the moon in this one. Well, maybe Paimon is right about that. Oh, right. The false sky. Almost forgot about that. So how are you gonna get through that? She's just gonna open a portal to the moon?
オイラのユーモアを分かってくれて嬉しいぜ。あっという間にお別れの時間だね。
Yeah, it really feels like yesterday that Nod-Krai came out, and now we're already here at Act 5. It's insane sometimes how fast time passes.
そうだね。幸せな時間は短く感じるもの。
True.
私はずっとこの土地をあてもなくさまよって、別れの時にも引き止められはしないんだと思って。
I still wanna know why that is. Why does the world not wanna keep her here? There are so many beings from outside of Teyvat that don't have that problem, that are not getting rejected like that, and having their power drained and stuff. Why is Columbina affected like that? There must be a reason.
でも、こうして私の手を握ろうとしてくれる人がいる。
Oh, interesting.
私の答えを待ってるの？うん。君は旅人。いろいろ経験してきたでしょ？
Maybe it's not actually Teyvat rejecting her. Maybe it's Columbina herself just feeling like she doesn't belong here. And kind of self-sabotaging, but unknowingly, you know? Her subconscious is sabotaging herself. Maybe. Maybe that is actually what's happening here. And now that she has gained friends here, that's why she feels the world now tugging at her and wanting her to stay. You know, at least a little part of it. Maybe it's all just in her head. That would actually be kind of a cool twist. That it's all just about acceptance of her own place in this world. And, you know, about finding friends that want you to stay. And that you want to stay with.
今を楽しむ。それだけだよ。
But yeah, for now, just enjoy the moment.
そうそう。あんまり深く考えることないぞ。嬉しい時にはただ喜べばいいんだ。なるほど。だったら、今の私はとても疲れてるけど、嬉しい。
That's good. That you are happy.
あんまり嬉しそうに聞こえないな。そう？君なら分かってくれると思ったけど。嘘。会った時から機嫌が良さそうなのは分かってたよ。
Yeah, I mean, we can tell by the flowers immediately.
冗談だったの？でもそれはあんまり面白くない。それで私を訪ねてきたのはあれのためだよね。
About you know what? The spaceship?
別の相談があるの。じゃあ祝福はいらない？いる。
Lumine was really quick there saying sure. She really wants to hold hands.
ありがとう。実はここの人々は昔、期月の夜に月神様を祀るためのお祝いの催しをやってたって聞いたの。
They're holding an actual, like, full conversation while Paimon is here. Like, we had that in Act 1 where they were talking and we had Lumine actually, like, talking. But that was without Paimon. Now Paimon is here and Lumine is still just talking. I love this. This is how Genshin should have been from the beginning, you know? I mean, I like Paimon, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Paimon hater like a lot of other people. But, you know, a bit more of a balance between Lumine and Paimon talking is what we needed in this game. And now we got it. And I love it. I absolutely love this.
月の狩人と戦った時、コロンビーナは本当にたくさん手を貸してくれたから。
Yes, you definitely deserve a farewell party.
送別会を開きたいんだ。まだみんなの意見は聞いてないけど、お祭りに招待させてくれる？そういうのには参加したことがないから、どうしたらいい？
You don't have to do anything. We are gonna prepare the party for you. And then you just sit there and enjoy. And eat some tasty food. And have some nice talks with your friends.
もちろん具合が悪かったら無理をするなよ。でもせっかくの機会だと思って。でも私は クータルと呼ばれる存在。今はファデュイに指名手
Yeah,
配もさ
but
れてるから、
one of the harbingers here is not really enforcing that.
は出るべきじゃ
And
ない
the other is not showing himself. Yet. So I think it's fine for now. I don't think we really have to worry about Fatui at the moment. I mean, again, like I said in the beginning, that Totoro is not showing himself is kind of worrying. But, you know, I don't think there's an immediate danger coming from the Fatui right now.
心配しないで。なんとかするから。おう、オイラたちに任せろ。こいつの計画はよく知らないけど、きっと大丈夫だぜ。そこまで言うなら、お言葉に甘えて。故郷の本当の姿を知る前に、この土地の景色をお土産に持っていきたい。
Before finally learning what my homeland looks like, well, if it looks anything like Earth's moon, then you will be disappointed. But maybe Tevat's moons actually look a lot different and more beautiful. But what we've seen so far of the other moons, they don't seem that different from our moon. But maybe Columbina actually likes that. Maybe Columbina just likes a huge, round, grey rock with a bunch of craters. Tell Lorma that the answer to the question she asked is neither yes or no. What question did she ask? There's no need? No need for what? Interesting. Wanna know what that was about. And there we go. Oh, the flowers are changing colors. So was she not fine after all? I do not know. What do you not know? Okay, this is so cryptic now. Let's go see who else wants to take part. Okay, I guess we have to talk to all the other ones now. Lorma first, it seems. What exactly is your plan to keep her safe? Good question. I'll figure something out. I mean, we could just ask Sandrone. You know, Sandrone is not really interested in catching Columbina. So if we asked her to, you know, hold back the Fatui during the festival, that could work, right? Anyway, let's go see Lorma now. There she is, and Varka's here as well, okay. He still looks so good. Can't wait to roll for him. A bit much to drink last night and then he woke up here. Okay. How much did you have? Okay, he's helping with the preparations for the festival. Well, we got news for you, because this year is gonna be special, because your moon goddess is gonna attend the festival for the first time. And maybe the last time. So, Waka, since you are helping with the preparations, you probably ordered the rest of the Knights of Favonius to also help, right? So when we go back to Nasha Town, we're gonna see a bunch of knights, right? Right? I still find it so weird that he's the only Knight of Favonius around, even though he's supposed to be leading an entire expedition. But there are just no knights anywhere else in Nod-Krai.
みんなきっと前向きになれると考えてるわけだ。
言われてみれば、キャサリンもみんなお祭りの背景は気にしてないって言ってたな。
これはどちらかといえば習慣のようなものだ。祭りの裏にある伝説の真偽はもはや関係ない。 故に蒼月のこの者たちも過去の信仰が間違っていたと知ってもなお鬼月の夜を楽しみにしておる。
Well, it seems that at least the Moon Prayer Night was not completely false, you know, since Columbina said that the moon is actually closest to Teyvat on that night, the real moon. So I guess that festival was not influenced by the false sky.
そういえばリーユへの回答祭でもみんな仙人が
Yeah, it's basically the lantern rite of Nod-Krai.
気にしてないみたいだったよな。
Although in their case, the Adepti definitely do exist. Yeah, they do. But the moon goddess also exists, and the moon exists. It's just, you know, not the moon that you're seeing in the sky. It's behind the sky.
そうそう、さっきコロンビーナに会いに行ったんだ。鬼月の夜に誘おうと思って。
Norma's actually gonna be really happy about this, I think.
おお、その口調からすると承諾してくれたんだな。
クータルはこの日に月に帰るつもりなのだろう。
Oh, she already knows.
そうそう、原理はよくわからなかったけど、とにかく弓みたいにビューンってな。
Yeah, Paimon, Columbina probably shouldn't have endorsed your metaphor. It's gonna lead to misunderstandings.
クータルがそういう選択をなさるという予感はあった。
Okay, Lorma already kinda guessed that Columbina would do that.
クータルが参加される以上特別な準備をしなければな。
そうそう、あいつ公の場に出るとまずいかもって心配してるんだ。どうにか隠してあげられないか。
ふむ。蒼月のこの彫刻はとても細かく作られておる。
Yeah, the statues look a lot like her. So hiding her is not gonna be easy.
やっぱり解決策なんかすぐには浮かばないよな。
何、大したことじゃない。
Yeah, we've handled much worse.
もう何か思いついたのか。
そういうわけじゃないが、祭りで一番大切なのは賑やかで楽しいことだ。準備してる側がしかめっ面をしてたら、参加者の人たちも楽しい。
What if they just say that that the festival's theme is that everyone has to dress up as the moon goddess? And when there are hundreds of people cosplaying Columbina, basically, then she can just go to the festival without having to hide. And people will just think that she's another cosplayer. How about that idea?
さすが自由の都。モンド。
ファルカさんの言う通りだ。今はまずクータルへの気持ちを祭りの雰囲気に溶かし込もう。探し物は石の下にあるものだ。
Everything would just fall into place? Well, yeah, maybe. Let's hope so.
オイラが言ったのと同じことを言ってるぜ。
ほう。
楽しみになってきたな。モンドじゃ初めてウィンドブルーム祭に参加する恋人たちは世界
Yeah,
一の表情
Windbloom.
をするもんだ。
Been a while since the last Windbloom festival.
きっと月神のジョーちゃんも最高の表情を見せてくれるさ。
それはちょっと違うような。
ナシャタウンの方は俺に任せてくれ。飾りについては蒼月の子に頼んだ。そっちの装飾の方が伝統的で美しいからな。それ以外にも賑やかな祭りに欠かせないのが仲間の存在だ。
We'll take care of that part. We are gonna invite everyone.
立つ前に蒼月の子の方で準備しているものを紹介しよう。ちょうどファルカさんも見たいと言っていたのでな。クータルの決断について私からも聞いておきたいことがある。
Okay. What are you gonna show us, Lorma? Oh, I'm gonna switch Neffe. It feels weird having two Lormas walking here.
なんだこれ。こいつらなんだか楽しそうだな。
Got some drums here, okay.
音楽を演奏するの
And the Granky are playing them.
どこで演奏を覚えたのかはわからぬが、
生まれつきの才能って可能性もあるな。こいつらにとっては単なるおもちゃなのかもしれない。
Oh, there's Luanota.
ルオノタル、お前も遊びたいのか。
We still don't really know what's up with Luanota. Except that it's kind of a special Granky.
困惑してるみたいだな。
今
Can actually play the drums.
建物の風が
Okay.
月のベールを通して空を見る
Nice.
と霧がかかったような景色になり、とても美しいのだ。
みんな忙しそうだな。
しかしどれも期月の夜に必要なものだからな。例えばここで制作している彫刻は先ほどファルカさんと設置場所を
Oh,
確
a
認した
deer
ものだ。
sculpture. That wasn't here before.
そうだったのか。こんなに大きいんだな。安心してくれ。人手はちゃんと手配しておく。完成次第連絡をくれればこちらで運ぼう。
よろしく頼む。それからこちらでは伝統的な飴を準備しておる。
おー、カラフルで綺麗だな。
Of course, Paimon would wanna try them.
一つ食べてみてもいいか？
もちろん、きっと口に合うはずだ。
おいら甘いものなら何でも好きだぞ。
もしこれがパイモンへの狂月の禅なら、もう立派な蒼月の子だな。
祭りの時期になるとナシャタウンではこうした総輪の穂が見られるようになる。期月の夜の到来は決まった時間ではないゆえ、大まかな推測しかできぬ。総輪の穂
Oh,
や
okay, so they don't know for sure when it's gonna happen, but they can kinda estimate it, okay?
これらの変わる時を待つのも期月の夜の醍醐味だ。
Okay, now we're going to the big statue.
これくらいにしておこう。実のところクータルが参加してくださるとは驚いた。
Yeah, I was surprised that you weren't that surprised when we told you, but apparently you were. Didn't sound surprised though.
以前蒼月の子にお誘いしたことがあるのだ。蒼月の子の人々に彼女を紹介し、
And she
家
refused,
族のよう
I
に暮ら
guess.
せると話したのだが、
But yeah, back then she was very different.
何も返答はなかった。そして今に至るまで
Oh no, that's the question that Columbina was answering, that she told us, we should tell Lorma. And she said there's no need. No need for her to come live with the Frost Moon Science. Because she's gonna go back to the moon. I see.
これがクータルの答えだと思っていたが、ならば今回の誘いに応じたというのは。
Yeah, there's no need.
そうか。
She wanted us to pass that along to you.
そうだな。クータルのご判断は正しいかもしれぬ。今の信仰対象としての神になってもらおうというわけではなく、私はただクータルに居場所を持ってほしかっただけなのだが、顔を出したらまたファデュイを引きつけてしまう。迷惑をかけてしまうと配慮してくださったのやもしれぬ。だがそんな面倒事などさまつなことだ。クータルはここに生まれたというのに誰にも守ってもらえなかった。
Yeah, that's kinda sad.
そのこと
But Silver Moon Hall is also a nice place. With all the flowers and stuff, it looks beautiful.
口を挟ませてもらうが、旅立つ者には負担ではなく祝福を。
I agree with Walker here.
ちゃんは期月の夜の送別会に参加すると決めてくれたんだから、その選択を尊重してやればいい。
ふむ、一理ある。じきにここを離れるのだからな。
そういうこった。俺たちにできることは楽しい思い出を残してやることだけだ。それに月に帰ったらもうこっちに戻ってこられないってわけでもないんだろ。
Yeah, true, actually. Maybe she can just come back whenever she wants. That depends on the method of travel. If it's really just a portal that she opens to the moon, then I don't see why not.
そうそう、ファルカの言う通りだ。お祭りっていうのは楽しいものなんだから。
それじゃ俺はそろそろナシャタウンに戻るが、一緒に来るか。そっちにも友達が何人かいるだろ。
Sure, okay. Let's go with Walker. Bye, Lorma.
ふむ、感謝する。
A Travel needs blessings, not burdens. Guess that made Lumine think. But will blessings alone be enough for Columbina? Who knows? Okay, so I guess we're done here at the Frostmoon Science for now. Let's go back to Nasha Town. Oh, Durin, Albedo, and Flint's.
あれってデュリンとアルベドとフリンズか？
確かに珍しい組み合わせだな。
あ、大団長。それに旅人とパイモン。
こんにちは。久しぶりだね。
また調査団に新たなメンバーが。
For your investigation? What are you investigating?
当ててみよう。正義のライトキーパーはついに
The Abyssal Dragon?
対抗するつもりだ。
I know, I don't think they're ready for that.
そうとも言えますね。
信じられないぞ。その返事なんか前にも聞いたような。
正確に言うと、おおむね合っているものの因果関係が。
What are you talking about?
合ってたのか？
お前が言ったんだろ。何驚いてるんだよ。
僕が説明するよ。僕たちはフリンズさんとナシャタウンの北の方で会ったんだ。その時野外でアビスの魔物を見かけたんだけど、なんだか変だなって思った。魔物たち
Yeah,
から
they look a bit
アビスの
weird.
気配が全く感じられな
Not
かっ
like
た
the
んだ。
usual rift tones, they're kinda white.
近づいて調べてみたら、それは実在する魔物じゃなくて
Reflections in the water.
水面に映った
Mirage, so an illusion.
蜃気楼みたいなものだったんだ。
Interesting.
それって見えるけど触れないってことか？
そう、すごく変なんだ。叫んで攻撃してこようとしてたけど、実際に接触してくることはなかった。
聞いたことがある。ナドクライでは時々見られる現象らしい
Also,
が
it has happened before.
俺も詳しくはないな。
おっしゃる通り、期月の夜に近づくと、ナドくらいではそのような虚影が見られるようになります。
Okay, so it's actually a known phenomenon. Okay.
距離が離れていると、確かに本物と見まがうこともありますね。僕が通りかかった時、ドゥリンさんとアルベドさんはアビスの魔物と戦っているように見えました。
情報を共有し合ってもう一度調べたけど、虚影は無害だと判明したから、過剰に警戒する必要はないよ。
よく聞く話じゃ、動物とか石とか小屋とかなんだが、アビスの魔物の虚影ってのは初めて聞いたな。
Oh, okay, so that's different now. That it's monsters instead of just animals, rocks, houses.
同じく。ですので、もう少し他の場所の様子を
Yeah,
見て
that's
みよう
definitely
かと。
worth looking into.
どういう計画で動いてるんだ？
数日前、アリスさんから
Oh, Alice contacted him. We are gonna see her in this quest, right? I mean, they showed her in the trailer already, of course. So I know that she is gonna be in this, but I can't wait to finally meet her in-game. And I mean, we've met her many times in the past, but she was always just a disembodied voice or, you know, appearing as a Dodoko. We never met actual Alice in the flesh. And now it's finally gonna happen in this Archon Quest. Oh my god, after all those years.
その後、連絡が取れなくなってしまってね。まあ、アリスさん
Oh,
を
but he
よく
lost
知っている
contact.
者
Oh,
から
that's
すれば
interesting.
いつものことだ。
But I guess that's just normal for Alice
風はいつ
to
吹
lose
くかわ
contact
か
with
らな
her.
い
Yeah, she's kinda
吹いたら必ずわかる。
doing her own thing all the
ま
time.
さにアリスさんを表す言葉だよ。
確かにあいつらしいな。
だったら一緒にこの虚影について調べよう。ちと気がかりだ。それと俺たちよりも早くこの現象に気づいた奴がいるはずだ。
Someone who will already be 10 steps ahead of us. Ooh.
そうですね。
Nefer?
情報の多さと速さに関して
Yeah, they're definitely talking about Nefer.
右に出るやつはいないぞ。聞きに行こうぜ。ついでに気分の館のやつらもお祭りに招待しないとな。
Her and her staff, you mean Yehoda. I don't think she has any other staff. Okay, on to the curatorium.
さ。確かに少し怪しいとは思ってね。
Only a little though.
記録を調べてみ
It's
る
probably not
と
gonna stay little.
期月の夜の前後はこういう虚栄現象が発生するものだと分かった。めったに見られない現象ではあるけどね。
And now it's not a rare sight anymore?
どれ
Is
く
that
らい
what you're
珍しいか
implying?
というと、空を見たら偶然流れ星が見えて慌てて願い事をするくらいの頻度だ。
I see.
でも今回はそれくらいの幸運がないと見られないはずの虚栄が
So, not just Durin and Albedo have encountered them, it seems. But a lot more people.
で情報を集めてるから先にわかる範囲で教えようか。まずはアビスについて。
この前僕たちが見た虚栄のことだよね。
ああ、大量の魔物が発生している場所がある。それに
Human phantoms as
人間の
well.
虚栄まで出現してるらしい。
Kanrian phantoms, maybe?
その光景はまるで誰かの死ぬ直前の記憶のようだそうだ。
Someone's last memories are coming to life. Maybe the memories of people that were killed during the cataclysm 500 years ago?
虚栄の魔物が同じ虚栄の人間を殺してるのか。
そういうことさ。虚栄同士は影響し合うが、私たちに干渉する術はない。それから虚栄の人間たちについてだが、服装といい、語る内容といい、
The very distant past. How distant are we talking? 500 years or a lot more than that? Is it connected to
彼らは
Kanria?
ヒペルボレイヤを自称している。
Oh, Okay, long before Kanria. Okay, I see. Talking about Hyperborea here.
もしそれが本当なら、
6,000 years ago. Okay, yeah, we are in a completely different time period from Kanria. I guess not everything is always connected to Kanria. It's just, you know, it's the first thing that I go to when I hear about something mysterious happening in the past in Genshin. 90% of the time, it's connected to Kanria. But now, this is one of the 10% of cases where it's not connected to Kanria. For once. Okay. Yes, Paimon, it's a long time. Way before the Archon War, even.
調べがいがありそうだね。
アルベド、お前がいて助かった。
Paimon is still, like, in disbelief.
俺は騎士団が設立された後のことにしか興味ないからな。
I love how she's just looking back and forth between her hands. Being like, 6,000 years? So cute. I don't get why so many people hate Paimon. She's really not that bad.
私が興味あるのはこの情報がもたらす価値だけさ。これも情報屋と考古学者の違いだね。この辺りの情報を整理すれば、あの誠実な英月師様から何かご褒美でももらえるかも。
Yeah, it's all about earning some good favor. Right, Nefer? That's what you're about.
なるほどな。さすが情報屋って感じだぜ。
手分けして行動するとしよう。
アビスの現象に関することは僕たち3人に任せて。
Yeah, I mean, you three can definitely take care of that. It's a pretty good team.
はい、僕もそのつもりでした。ライトキーパーの責務にも関わることですから。
僕は単純にアビスをもっと知りたいんだ。少しアビスに関する知識が増えるだけでもいい。
Wants to know more about the origins of his dark side, I guess. Because he's kinda connected to the Abyss.
アビスを研究する機会も貴重だけど、古代人と交流する機会はめったにないよ。
And Albedo's more about, you know, the research into ancient civilizations.
ヒペルボレイヤの方は非分の館が担当しよう。苦労して集めた情報を整理してるんだから、何かしら独占情報をいただかないとね。
Okay.
俺たちのチームだけ。
And yeah, what are we gonna do?
お前が栄誉騎士になったのはこれの布石だ。
Yeah, sure, it was part of your grand plan. Because you totally were the person who made us an honorary knight, not Jean.
そういえば、今回の期月の夜にはコロンビ
こりゃまた意外な。さすがだね、旅人。
Yeah, never underestimate the traveler.
もちろん私は問題ない。街中お祭りムードに包まれる日だ。引きこもってたところで誰も商売の話はしに来ないだろうさ。
Okay.
ヤフォダも
So
賑やかな
Nefer's
ところ
gonna
が
join as
大
well.
好きなんだ。
Perfect.
きっと行きたがるよ。
And yeah, Yehuda definitely is gonna jump at the opportunity. I agree. There she is. What an entrance. Oh, I love Yehuda.
そうすりゃ賑やかなのが来たね。
Bad news. Okay, she was investigating the phantoms, right? So that's not good if she is bad news. Everyone inside quick, we are already inside, but I guess she means back to this room here. It's kind of our conference room. Some sort of flying ship. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not surprised about this. I was expecting this because they showed it in the trailer, and I think they even had this voice line, this exact voice line in the trailer, where Yehuda said that she was seeing some sort of flying ship in phantom form at Stars and Shoal. So yeah, not surprised, but here we go. Some more spaceship lore finally. Let's investigate that. Yep, we saw that. But someone hit the spaceship. Someone took it away from there. Or maybe it's just concealed. I still think that it's pretty likely that Fatui have the spaceship. I think I mentioned that in Act 1 or 2. I'm not sure. But like, who else could steal the spaceship and, you know, could do something with it? If not the Fatui.
なんだ、あんたらも知ってたのか。すっごい大発見だと思ったのに。
Maybe actually the experiment that the doctor is currently conducting has something to do with the spaceship. Maybe he's trying to make it work and fly out into space. I don't know. Past the fourth sky. Maybe he's trying to get to Celestia. Yeah, how are the Fatui actually gonna get to Celestia after they get all the gnosis? Maybe that's what the spaceship is gonna be for. Who knows?
いや、待て、宇宙船に乗ってきたって？そっちの方がす
Oh,
ごい。
Yehuda didn't even know yet. Right.
どうなってるんだ？
We didn't tell
自由
everyone.
に飛べるのか？
But maybe that's a conversation for next time.
そうだぞ。
Gotta investigate the phantoms now.
本当に一番、お前のボスを除けば一番強い
But wait. If the phantoms are from 6,000 years ago, that means that the traveler and the abyss sibling landed in Tevat 6,000 years ago, or maybe even longer ago than that. I mean, we already knew that they were still in like cryosleep for a long time before they woke up. So even though they woke up around 500 years ago, they might have been here for thousands of years. We don't know how long exactly, but yeah, now we have kind of a time frame here with the 6,000-year-old phantoms, and the spaceship is already there 6,000 years ago. So they've actually been here since Hyperborea. That's kind of insane. It's actually way longer than I thought, but most of the time they were sleeping.
そうかな。あたい、そんなにすごいかな。
俺たちの目的地も決まったな。
Yep. Let's go investigate the spaceship.
なぜそんな顔をす
I
る？
can't wait to find out
お
more.
っと、宇宙船と俺に何の関係があるだなんて聞かないでくれよ。俺だけ手ぶらなのはかわいそうだと思わないか？
He's just curious. He really wants to know more about it. Can't blame him.
一緒に行こうぜ。
じゃあそれぞれの調査が終わったらここに戻って情報をまとめよう。
みんな良い収穫がありますように。
Likewise.
どうしたんだ、姉さん。行かないのか？
非分の館の情報やたるものが。
Oh. Nefer's mad at Yehuda for just giving out the intel about the spaceship. Like, come on, we went through so much together, Nefer. You can give us a few pieces of free intel. It's not that bad. Poor Yehuda. Anyway, time to check out the spaceship, even if it's just a phantom. Let's go. We're finally gonna see it up close. There it is. It looks really cool. And there's some people here already. Some actual people and some phantoms. Oh, did the people from Hyperborea find the spaceship and try to research it? But then they left it there because it was still there during the Career Cataclysm, right?
でもおかしいぞ。なんで急にここに現れたんだ？どこかで映像を映し出してるのか。それとも今はもう本体は存在してな
Yeah,
く
I'm
て
not sure.
影だけが残ってるとか？
Let's find out. Oh, Norma's here as well.
ん？気月の夜の準備をしてたんじゃなかったのか？
蒼月のこの者からスターダストビーチに奇妙な巨影が現れたと聞いてな。これまでになかった形の巨影であるゆえ、調べてみる必要があると思ったのだ。
オイラたちもだぞ。そうそう。こういう巨影は気月の夜の前後に現れるって聞いたけど。
残念ながらこの影は触れ得ぬものだ。それに過去には人の形をした巨影など現れておらぬ。
No human phantoms have ever been seen. So same as the Abyss phantoms. It's never been humans or monsters. It's always just been small animals and objects, I guess.
あくまで推測だが、おそらくこれらの巨影は空爆の上昇によって生まれるものだ。それしかわからぬ。
Well, let's look around and see what we can find out.
そうだな。何が何だかさっぱりだ。
手伝おう。
So did we find anything? Doesn't look like it. A deer. Phantom deer. Interesting.
この子が我々のために情報をくれるはずだ。
Can't we just talk to the humans?
スノスカの巨影が？
Why are we asking the deer? There were some human phantoms right there.
蒼月の子は動物と仲がいい上に言ってることがわかるって聞いてたが。
ふむ。ああ、わかった。
ああ、言っちゃったぞ。
あの子も目の前の巨大な宇宙船に興味を持っておったようだ。故に、あの子とその友に調査を手伝ってもらえるか頼んでみた。
But we can still talk to the actual humans there, right? The actual people that are also investigating the spaceship.
我々は巨影たちと異なる時間を生きておるが、植物が育つのに適した地形と気候はそうやすやすと変わらぬはずだ。少し待とう。良い知らせが来るといいが。
Okay.
仲間と一緒ってことは収穫はまずまずだったようだな。
ああ、聞いてみよう。
What is it saying?
果実をたくさん見つけられたようだ。しばらく食に困らず暮らせるだろう。こちらの崖のメドリは空中を何周か飛び回ったが、宇宙船に関係ありそうなものは発見できなかった。
Okay, nothing out of the ordinary.
確かに高く飛べば、オイラたちには見えないところも見えるもんな。
ああ、ただこの巨影たちが見ている世界はおそらく我々と異なる。
ベリーは両方の時空に存在するが、巨影たちの時空にしか存在せず、俺たちの目には見えないものもある。
That's actually good thinking, yeah, because we don't see their whole world. They don't see ours. Just small fragments.
そんなことまでわかるなんて、さすがラーマだな。
ロロツノライノは月の力を利用して石材を運ぶのが得意だが、その能力も
Couldn't get that ship to budge by even an inch. So maybe it's not that the Hyperboreans wanted to leave it there, but they couldn't move it. If even this thing with Kubaki can't move it. But then how was it moved in the end? Because it's not here anymore. Another interesting mystery.
モグラも試してみたが、自慢の穴掘りも歯が立たなかったらしい。皆の言葉をまとめると、
Yeah, robust and undamaged, despite obviously having crash landed here. So something is holding it in place and preserving it, I guess. Yeah, whatever lies within is well defended from harm. So the spaceship has kind of a protective, well, I don't know if we should call it a barrier or, you know, some protective systems in place so that the travelers don't get hurt while they're sleeping.
どうやらこいつらも宇宙船に対してなすすべがないようだな。
ああ、だが動物たちには感謝を伝えるべきだろう。ご苦労だった。あとは地層を楽しむがよい。
近くには
Maybe the defensive systems were shut down after Yumin and Ether woke up and left, so then it could be moved. Okay, now we're finally gonna talk to the human phantoms. Let's see what they have to say.
これって一体何なの？一度も動いたところを見たことないし。
Never seen it move, no way to get inside. Yeah, it's really just shut off from the outside world, protected, is letting no one in, so that nothing and no one can hurt the twins.
さあな。じいさんに聞いた話じゃ。
Oh, it's not actually new for them. It's not that they're investigating this shortly after it crash landed, but it's been here for ages. Even 6,000 years ago, at the time of Hyperborea, it was already here for who knows how long. That is so interesting. How long have the twins actually been on Teyvat? How long were they asleep? Imagine if it turns out that the twins were actually here before the primordial one. And we're just sleeping the entire time. Sleeping through all the wars and all the changes that went through Teyvat. And all the other descenders coming here. That would be such an insane reveal. Turns out that the primordial one is actually the second descender. And the traveler is the first descender.
じゃあ、そのじいさんのじいさんのそのまたおじいさんが生きてた時代は？
え、そうな。まあ。Yeah,
they're implying that it was here for a very long time. Okay, what else can they tell us? You over there. Do you have some useful info? Oh, okay, he's the kind of guy who just wants to get money out of this. But I don't think you can destroy it. Not even a small part of it. Yeah, okay, they really can't do anything about the spaceship. It's just here to stay for however long.
そうだな。こいつじゃ儲けられなそうだ。
お前、楽しんでないか？
Can you blame him?
俺が何をしようと、この虚栄たちの認識を変えることはできない。それを確かめて。A
bit of role-playing has never hurt anyone, Paimon. Okay. So, nothing. The only thing we found out is that it's an immovable object. And indestructible as well.
これらの虚栄は過去にここで実際に起きたことを記録している。
Yes, they are.
まるで実際に関わり合いを持てる舞台劇の中にいるような感じだ。会話はできるが、物語は決まった方向にしか進まない。
歴史というのは、とうに過ぎ去った客観的に存在する事実だからな。
You can change the memory of the past, you know, by influencing Irminsul, but it doesn't change the actual past.
ふざけてるように見えて、真面目に調査してたんだな。
そりゃそうだ。今んとこ宇宙船の
It's raining now. Is this scripted, the rain, or just coincidence? It might actually have been Ether who took the spaceship. Now that I think about it, not the Fatui. Maybe he has it. Yeah, we're not seeing any of the important moments here.
そう落ち込むな。少なくとも宇宙船が
It is proof that it was here at one point, yes.
考えてもみろ。こんなに大勢の奴らが宇宙船を狙ってたのに、誰もその扉を開けられなかった。つまり、相当頑丈に使
Yeah, I don't think you need to tell Lumine that. She should know that.
宇宙船もそれにまつわる物語もどこかに隠されてるだけだ。
But
いずれに
thanks,
大
Waka.
団長らしくなったな。頼もしいぞ。
他の皆の調査は順調だろうか。ひとまず戻ろう。
Okay.
ああ
Guess that's all for the spaceship for
飲み
now.
物をご馳走してやろう。
Let's go back.
いつの間にチーム名をつけたんだよ。
Yeah, why is our team name Knights of Fabonius when you're the only knight here? Actually, wait, we are the honorary knight, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
私もモンド騎士チームに入っていいのか。
Yeah, you can also be an honorary knight. Everyone can be honorary knights.
大歓迎だ。こっちには教会もあるしな。
おい、どうせバルバトスには聞こえないからって変な状態。
I don't think Venti would care, actually.
あいつはそんなこと気にしないさ。
Yeah, he's not that kind of god who would punish people for joking around like that.
まずい、避けて。
Doesn't matter, Durin, you can't do anything here. You can't help him.
気持ちはよくわかりますが、僕たちは目の前の光景に干渉できないんです。もう。
Yeah, it's already happened. There's really nothing you can do, Durin, it's all in the past. And even if you could interact with the phantoms and change what happens there, it still wouldn't change anything, actually, because it has already happened.
でも、これじゃダメだ。
これが何回目の失敗か覚えていますか？
そんなの数えてないよ。
Oh, he's done this more than once?
39回目だよ。
Not willing to give up?
この被害者だけでも5回目だ。
39 times, okay. And the fifth one for this one victim.
でも、
Damn,
虚栄に変化が生じた
Durin really wants to save these people, huh? Good on him, you know, good on him. But there's no point. They are already dead.
少し落ち着きましたか？野営の準備をしましょう。お水を飲んで一休みするんです。少し落ち着きましたか？ドゥリンさん。
いくつか聞きたいことがあるんだけど、いいかな？
どうぞ。
僕たちが今目にしてるこの悲劇は一体何？
Well, their country fell to the abyss.
多分、カーン・ルイヤの災いの時代におけるナドクライの様子じゃないかな。
Wait, what? It's the Khanrian cataclysm after all? No, wait, they were saying it was Hyperborea 6,000 years ago. What the heck? So I guess the different phantoms can depict different times and only the spaceship was 6,000 years ago? Okay. They didn't really make that clear previously. They really made it sound like all of these phantoms are from the Hyperborea era.
まさに。
Okay, so it is indeed Khanria.
ご存知の通り、アビスの力は隙さえあれば、それを利用して激しく増大します。アビスは遥か昔、ナドクライに蔓延し、数えきれないほどの最悪を引き起こしました。
Yeah, every nation, every region suffered from that cataclysm in Khanria, including Nod-Krai.
しかし500年前、テイワット全域がアビスの災いの影響
Oh wait, when he was talking about Nod-Krai, he meant before the cataclysm. And then 500 years ago it happened again, you know, but for all of Teyvat.
そうだったんだね。
襲い来るアビスに比べれば、人もフェイも神も、極めてちっぽけな存在でしかありません。
Flint sounds like he has experienced that. I mean, yeah, he is a Fae, so he probably was alive back then. But I thought he was sleeping in his lantern for a long time. For thousands of years, but maybe he was only sleeping for a few hundred years?
今ご覧になった景色も数あるアビスの災いのほんの
Or he
一瞬
just
の
knows a lot
姿
about
ですよ。
Nod-Krai's history.
わかった。そういうことなら、二つ目にしたかった質問は見当がつくよ。どうしてこんなに無力なのか。それは、目の前で起きて
Yeah,
いる
didn't we
のは
already establish that
過去の
before?
出来事だからな
That
の
it's
ね。
history? I guess this group wasn't sure about that yet. But no, we already established that back when we were talking to Nefer and Durin was there. Oh well, whatever.
僕はそう
Let's just
思います。
continue.
僕に言わせれば、歴史と運命にさほど違いはない。どちらもすでに決まったことだけど、運命は予
They
見
are
できない
not,
という
though.
だけだ。
It was Fontaine's fate to drown in the prophesized flood, but Focalors actually prevented that. She tricked the heavenly principles and fate itself, so we know that fate can be overturned. It's just very difficult to do. And it took a 500-year-long plan, and one poor girl suffering for 500 years, acting out a role. But yeah, it's not impossible.
はい。最初から決まっていますからね。
それとフリンズさん、他にも二つ質問がある。アビスの災いが何度も起きたというのなら、どうして目の前の災いがカーンルイヤ時代のものだと確信できるの？
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't it be Hyperborea? Not Khaenri'ah?
それに、どうしてこういう昔話を話すとき、それほどまでに冷静でいられるの？僕の知る限り、フリンズさんは決して冷酷な人じゃない。苦しんでる人を平気で見ていられるはずがないのに。
僕はもう600年か700年生きているんですよ。
Oh, he's 600 or 700 years old. I thought he was way older than that. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was thousands of years old. Or is he not counting the time that he was asleep in the lantern?
まさか。
今さら歴史に動揺することはありません。なぜなら、真実を
So
経験
basically what
し
he's
たから
saying
です。
here is that he witnessed the Khaenri'ah cataclysm, or, you know, at least its effects on Nod-Krai.
ごめんなさい。
お気になさらず、溢れんばかりの情熱というのは素晴らしいものです。それはいつの日か、望んでも得難いものになってしまう。
I like how Flint's is kind of like a mentor for Durin here in this scene.
ああ、僕からも一つお聞
And
きしたい
Albedo is sitting there being like, look at my boy learning things
それでも聞いておきたい
and
んです。
growing as a person. I'm so proud.
ドゥリンさんのアビスに対する好奇心は憎しみによるものですか？それとも
Well, probably because he senses its call, since part of him is the Dark Durin that was corrupted by the Abyss.
僕は一時期ランプの中に月の狩人の心臓の破片をしまっていました。ですのでアビスの力が傍らにあることの苦痛はよくわかります。僕にはあなたの体内にあるアビスの力のうなり声が聞こえます。
It is a miracle.
僕からすればあなたの存在その
And I already said it in my Durin showcase, but I'm so mad that they still haven't made Simulanka playable for newer players. Newer players will never find out where Durin actually came from. I mean, yes, they can play the Archon Quest interlude where he gains a human form, but in that Archon Quest, Mini Durin, the little dragon form Mini Durin, just appears out of nowhere, without explanation. Because his actual origin story is in Simulanka, right? But newer players just never get to experience that. So now they're also talking about Durin a bit more here, about how his existence is a miracle. And yes, again, just by playing the Archon Quest interlude, you can already, you know, kinda see that it is a miracle that he gained a human form. But even before that, it is already a miracle how Mini Durin came to be. And all that is just lost on newer players that never got to experience Simulanka. And that's just sad. Like, I get wanting events to be temporary because of FOMO and so on, to keep people playing and whatever. But if you take a character that was introduced in an event and make him an important part of the Archon Quest, then you need to make the event playable. Permanently. And that they still haven't done that, it's just... It's an L on HoYoverse's part, definitely. I hope that someday they're actually gonna make all the events playable, and Simulanka has to be the first one, simply because of Durin. Anyway, let's continue.
僕にもよくわからないし、答えられる自信もないよ。でも僕からすれば、
The Abyss is not the only issue that haunts him. What else is there?
だけの問題じゃないんだ。僕はまだ僕でなかった時から、僕は果たして存在すべきものなのか。
Yeah, even before I became who I am today, you know. And that before we saw it, you know, we saw what he was in the beginning, where he wanted to end his own existence. You know, it makes so much sense what he's saying here when you know his entire backstory. But newer players just don't. Come on, please, HoYoverse. Just make Simulanka permanent.
未だにその疑問は胸に残ったままだ。でも、月の狩人と戦った時、禁忌に満ちたものだからこそ、不可能なことも成し遂げられるんだ。
Yeah, that's a good lesson to learn from that fight, because you were able to use the darkness, to use your abyssal powers to like help in the fight by converting it to, you know, to your other side, the non-abyssal side, to make the energy usable for Columbina. So you used it for something good, and that's the important lesson here. That even if you have darkness within, it still depends on how you use it. And you don't have to let it consume you. Man, Durin is such a good character.
あなたも見届ける覚悟があるんでしょう。
僕は彼と似ているからね。
そうですか。では、一刻も早く困難を乗り越え、一歩先に進めますように。休憩できたら戻りましょう。そうそう。僕の歴史の件はどうかご内密に。
Yeah, he doesn't want other people to find out that he's Fae. Okay, what's next? Is it festival time? Oh, first we reconvene here at the curatorium to share the results of our investigation, I guess. There's also the same conclusion that we are witnessing history. Yeah, but he already kinda knew that.
収穫は思ったより少なかったぞ。古代人と話せるチャンスだと思ったのに、ちょっとしか喋ってくれないんだもんな。昔の人たちって迷信深かったのかな。
Hyperopia? I don't think that's what it's called, Yoda. It's Hyperborea.
確かに、巨栄が記録した映像はどれも短すぎたな。数千年前から続いていた輝かしい文明時代といえども、ごく一部分しか見られないようでは価値は見出せぬ。
ま、巨栄は現実に悪影響を与えないってことが分かったのは良かったな。これで貴月の夜の宴を思う存分楽しめるぞ。
それはオイラも賛成だ。
どうしたのだ？がっかりした様子だが。
そりゃそうさ。これだけみんなでアクセク働いたのに、美味しい思いをするのは英月様だけ
The
じゃ
only
ない
one to gain anything from it was Lorma? How so?
必ずやヒュペルボレイヤの記録を共有す
Yeah,
る
it is Hyperborea, so yeah, Yoda was actually
それは
wrong.
この文献に意義あるものとして記録されるであろう。
But please do share the Hyperborea records with me. Wait, does Nefer have some records about Hyperborea?
そういや、ヒュペルボレイヤって名前だ。
Yeah, Yoda's realizing her mistake now.
しかし、この記録を価値ある研究材料として扱えるのは、蒼月の子を十分に知っている者のみだ。碑文の館の棚に置いていたところで、黄ばんでゆくだけの紙くずにしかならぬ。賢いそなたなら、ここは協力して、利益を山分けするのが最善だと考えるであろう。
But why does Nefer even have those records?
そこまで言わなくても分かってる。それで決まりだ。
え、ただで情報を提供しないって。
That's the wrong thing to say, Yoda.
すみません、もう黙るから。いちいちネベルを怒らせるなよ。
貴月の夜の話に戻ろう。
I get it. I'm also always smiling or laughing.
他に
when I see those two interact, or, you know, just anything Yehoda does always makes me laugh. She's amazing.
送別のプレゼントのこと？
Parting gift.
それならやっぱり
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's give Columbina something to remember us by.
すぐに腐っちゃうか？
ランプを送るのはいかがでしょう。月は暗いと思
Paimon
われます
suggesting
ので
food, Flint suggesting a lantern. Yeah, makes sense.
ランプを月にも
Very in character.
明かりがつく保証はない。魔法石とかがあったら頼もしい
And
な。
magical stones from Albedo.
フォンテーヌのクロックワークマシナリーの模型はどうだ？うちにはたくさんあって暇な時に戦う。
And then Clockwork Maker from Yoda, yeah. Everyone has their own little present ideas. I love this.
どれも彼女の好みだとは思えないね。とはいえ、交流が少なすぎて何
Yeah,
も
what
言え
does
ない
she
な。
like? That's a good question.
そうだな。ここはやはり彼女の好みに合わせるのが一番だ。
And by someone, you mean Lumine. Yeah, everyone just turning towards her.
なんだよ。その期待の間に
Okay, I got it. I'll find a chance to ask her.
じゃあ決まりだな。俺はドリーのところに行ってくる。祭りに向けていろいろ揃えないとな。
Okay, Dory's helping with the
私たち
festival
も
as
そ
well.
れぞれ動くとしよう。
Makes sense.
クータルの好みが判明したら連絡してくれ。
Okay, gotcha. Let's do this. Oh, we're gonna talk to Durin first? You seem a little
ア
down.
ビスの災いを目の当たりにして、ちょっと動揺しているんだ。
Okay, yeah, understandable.
でも大丈夫。これは僕が自分で乗り越えなきゃいけない壁だから。頑張るよ。
具合が悪くなったら言うんだぞ。体もそうだけど、気持ちの面でも。
Yeah, don't forget, I'm a member of the Knights of Favonius. You can always rely on me.
子供扱いしないでよ。
Well, you kinda are a kid still. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, guess we gotta go back to Silver Moon Hall now to talk to Columbina again. Let's go. Columbina, we're back. Oh, the flowers over there are not blue. And she's not here?
俺、
Yeah, that's weird. Can't sense her presence at all.
血
Where did she
縁
go?
の何匹かいたはずなのに。
Yeah, there are also no Kuhenki. Maybe she took them out for walkies? Not sure about that.
散歩させるのか？犬じゃあるまいし。しょうがない。来たタイミングが悪かったな。明日また来よう。
Try again tomorrow? I don't know about that, Paimon. I think we should look for her. I'm worried that something might have happened.
期月の夜まではまだ日数があるから、そんなに急がなくていいよな。コロンビーナにも休憩が必要
Look at the flowers, Paimon. They're an indicator that something is wrong because they're not all blue. Yeah, the camera is even focusing on the flowers, and now even more of them are turning white and purplish.
コロンビーナ、いるか？
Oh, I guess it's the next day. Oh no. And she's still not back.
また帰ってきてないぞ。
Don't tell me the Fatui got her. The doctor. This is not just a bit odd. We should sound the alarm
あちこち
and organize a search party immediately and pay a visit to the Fatui.
外に出たらトラブルを引き起こすんじゃないかって心配してたのに。
Yeah, she hasn't been back in a while.
ルーンノタルは？おーい、ルーンノタルはいないか？
Should definitely go look for her. Okay, at least Luanota is here. Do you know something? Can you
みんながどこに行ったか
take us to her? I mean, Luanota was the one who originally brought us to Columbina in Act 1. Exclamation mark. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
何言ってるのかさっぱりだぞ。もし何か知ってるなら、オイラたちをあいつのとこに連れてってくれ。
Oh, I don't know either. Even Luanota doesn't know?
そう
Now I'm even more worried.
でもそれって余計
Paimon,
変
look,
だ
the
よ。
flowers finally there. Seeing the flowers. Took them a while to realize that something is wrong with those flowers, you know? Yeah. It's not
花の
good
色が
news.
変わる時ってコロンビーナが弱ってるんだったよな。
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been saying for like 5 minutes. We've got to find, yeah, well, Columbina, but I guess first Lorma, because maybe Lorma can help us find Columbina. What is going on? Okay, there's Lorma. We're still directly in front of Silvermoon Hall, so Lorma was already on her way here.
そなたたちか。クータルの様子は。
Well, about that, she's kinda missing.
いや、花の色が変わったゆえ、ここに来たのだ。彼女の体調が気になってな。
Okay, so she also noticed the flowers and that's why she came
今まで
here.
の経験からすると、とても弱っておられるはずだ。立ち上がって歩くことすら難しいだろうに。
So someone must have taken her.
歩くことなど。
だいたいあいつはフラフラ出歩くようなやつじゃないだろ。やっぱりおかしいぞ。
Has anyone approached Silvermoon Hall lately? Like a certain Sumerian doctor?
クータルの行方を知る者などほとんどおらぬ。仮に怪しい人物
Very few people in the know about Kuta's whereabouts. I mean,
手がかりがある
the Harbingers definitely know. We know that Sandrone knows where Columbina is, and it's not that far-fetched to think that Dottore also knows. Like, I really think he's behind this. Because you already know that he's gonna appear at some point during this Archon Quest, or maybe the next one, and that he's up to something, and now Columbina suddenly vanished. So, like, who else could be behind it, right?
ナシャタウンに行こう。あれだけ情報が行き交う場所ならば、目撃者もいるやもしれ
Yeah, Nod-Krai's information hub. So, let's just go straight to the Curatorium. Because if anyone has information about whatever is going on, then it's Nefer. But the quest marker is actually not in Nasha Town and not near the Curatorium, it's down here.
待てよ。オイラたち何回もここに来てるよな。こんな怪しい屋台あったか？
Yeah, this is definitely new.
見
What is
覚えがない
this?
な。
残念だけど、自由な冒険タイムは終わり
Wait.
よ。
Wait, is this where we meet?
最後の敵
This is not Alice's voice, but like, this seems like HEXENZIRKEL stuff. You know, with the chair here, and just the way it's set up, and suddenly a mysterious voice out of nowhere. And we know that Alice is gonna be in this Archon Quest, because they showed her in the trailer. Oh my god, is this it? But again, this voice, like, didn't sound like Alice. Alice sounds different. So who is this? Prepare to face the final boss of Nod-Krai. Is it Nicole?
味方ではないようだな。
ちょっとどこ見てるの？こっちこっち。最後の敵
A
はここ
mole?
よ。
Really?
クンクンモグラ？
最後の敵
Yeah,
って
this really smells like HEXENZIRKEL.
おかしいだろ。
That voice is a little familiar, is it? It doesn't sound familiar to me.
バレちゃいそうだから。
Oh, yeah, okay, now it sounds like Alice.
ほら、あなたたちの後ろ。
So was it actually the same voice? It sounded really different. I guess it just shows that the voice actress has a lot of range. I did not recognize the voice before now. But this is clearly Alice now. Yeah. Oh, there she is! Oh, first look at Alice in game. Yes! Oh my god, she's so pretty.
魔女としては光栄光栄。
Look at her. And she even gets a special introduction like the Harbingers. Great Adventurer of the Realms, Dodo King, Defender of Old Mondstadt, etc. But most importantly, Mother of the most adorable clay. Yeah. She's finally here, finally, after all those years. You gotta understand, as a 1.0 player, this... Why are you joining my world now? But yeah, as a 1.0 player, this is huge. This is so huge. Because Alice has been teased for so long. And we've just gotten little glimpses like of her voice and her appearing in different form. And now she's actually here. And she looks amazing. Oh, I can't wait for when she finally becomes a playable character. Oh, that was a really cool introduction. The way the question marks there turned into her name.
テイワットのすごい人たちってみんな長い肩書きがあって初登場でも大迫力なんでしょ
She just wanted to try out a Harbinger introduction for herself, that's why she did this.
でも残念ながら
Typical Alice.
魔女界には世間を驚かすような肩書きはないしあまり目立たないようにしてるのよねそれでも私が自分で自分をすごい人だって思ってる分には自由
I phone think I'm really quite amazing. Yeah, you are.
だから勝手に大物風に名乗
If she had arrived here during the Rerir crisis, then Rerir would have been screwed. Alice alone could have defeated him. But the thing is, would she, you know? She would probably just sit in the sidelines, eating popcorn, and be like, you got this. That's probably actually what she did. She probably was very aware of what was happening with Rerir. Yep, not a lantern, not a Dodoko. It's actually Alice in the flesh. After all those years.
そういうことどう初対面の感想はいか
How does it feel to finally meet you? It feels great. You are everything I imagined and more.
その見た目
You look just like Clay. An older Clay, yeah.
最初に出てくる感想はそれなのねでもそう言ってもらえるのはすごく嬉しいクレイも大きくなったらきっとママみたいな美人さんになるはずよ
I guess, yeah.
こちらはそなたたちの知り合いか
Well, you could say that, I guess. I don't know if we could call her a friend, but we definitely know her.
まあそういうことになるな
Yeah, it's the first time we're seeing her like this.
そうかならばこちらの魔女の登場は
Loma doesn't really know how to talk to her, it seems.
無理に褒めようとしなくていいぞ
Yeah, don't force it.
こいつは魔女界のアリスでオイラたちの友達だファルカの友達でもあるぞ
She's helped us a lot in the past.
そうそういい人なんだ
A good person. Yeah, I mean, the Hillagers would disagree. But I guess for us, she's a good person. Unpredictable, yeah. That's also true. It's actually an understatement.
あら人間の感情ってもともとつかみどころがないものよ気ままに行動できなかったら機械と同じになっちゃうでしょはじめまして蒼月の子の英月師ラウマだ
But why is Alice appearing now? She must know something about Columbina. You know, since she maintains the borders of Teyvat, and Columbina kinda has to go past the fake sky to the moon. It's actually not that surprising that Alice would get involved with all this. Oh, she spent 15 minutes getting up to speed on Nod-Krai's present situation. Okay, so she wasn't up to speed. She wasn't aware before she came here what happened with Rerir. Okay. I thought she would keep an eye on stuff like that. But with how unpredictable she is, as Paimon said, who knows what she was doing. It's not like she knows everything that's going on in Teyvat.
紹介とかは飛ばしてもらって構わないから
With the meta jokes there.
その言葉だけでも十分アリスさんの個性が伝わってきた
オイラたちはもう慣れっこだぞそれで今回は
Yeah, what are you doing here? Do you know anything about Columbina?
今回の目的は最初に言ったでしょ
The final boss.
私はあなたたちのナドクライにおける最後の敵だって
Okay. What exactly do you mean by that?
強くて自信満々で決断力にも長けている全く隙がない敵よ
I'm going to send a formal request for Jean to put you in solitary. Imagine if Jean could actually do that. But sadly, this is Alice, not Clay, so it's not gonna be that easy.
一瞬で私の弱点を
But Alice is playing along. I love her sense of humor.
こうして大魔王は倒されたとさ
And thus force the great Dodo King. Just joking around constantly. But okay, let's get serious here for a moment. Please tell us what you know about Columbina.
もちろん面白いか
Yeah, it's awful fun, Paimon. That's just how she is.
ら私が登場するのはそんなに不可解なこと
Now you are exactly like you were before, just now in human form.
いやいや、お前って一度も姿を見せてないし、すごく忙しい人なのかと思ってたぜ。
それはその通りだけどね私がナドくらいに来たのは
Yeah, something big happened. Now the question is she referring to the Rerir situation or something that happened with Columbina just a few days ago?
3つの月とテイワットの境界にも関わることよ
Yeah, concerns the three moons, Teyvat's borders,
あなたたちが追っている月
and
神
the
との
moon
関係
goddess, and she already knows that we are searching for her. So do you know where she is?
ええ大体ね
Kind of.
お茶を入れる時間をちょうだい
Pot of
ゆっ
tea,
くり
okay.
話してあげる
I'm always up for a cup of tea.
私はテイワットでお茶会をたしなんだり遊び回ったりする他にも一応教会の安定を維持するって責務があるの
Yeah, that's her job. Maintaining the borders of
難しい
Teyvat.
話はともかく教会の
But what
外は
exactly
アビスの
happened?
力だらけこの力が押し寄せてくると面倒なことになっちゃうのよ
So Teyvat is surrounded by the abyss, basically. That's what she's
あ
saying
な
here.
たたちも虚栄を見たでしょあれは教会が乱れた時に現れる
Okay, I
現
see,
象
so that's why there are so many phantoms this time.
そうだったのか。だから期月の夜の前後に出るんだな。
本物の月が近くなるとその力が教会をすり抜けてくるということかそう教会を通り抜けられる力はごく小さな一部分だ
And
け
that's why usually only a few phantoms show up, but this time it's a lot more. So what's different than the previous
あな
times?
たたちも気がついたように虚栄が今までよりはるかに増えてるそれには世界の外からすり抜けてきた
Another far greater
月の
factor
力
at
以
play.
外にももう一つ理由があるの
Tell us.
三月の出現よ
Trilunar Syzygy. What is that?
三月の出現はるか昔天理がまだテイワットに来ていなかった頃はね月の三女神が
Before even the heavenly
世界の
principles.
司っていたの
Life, death, and such.
そ
The
の
laws of
時
this world, yeah,
月
which are
の
now the
三女神
shades.
がその力を分散させてた世界の安定を
So the
保つ
powers of
ため
the
には
shades
誰
were
か一人の
originally the
ものに
moon goddess's
力を
powers.
集約させていてはならないって取り決めを交わしてたからね
Promising never to consolidate them into one singular body like the heavenly principles eventually did, but then they also split it up to the shades.
でも今や
Very interesting lore we are getting here.
洪水はあなたの体内に
Some of this we already kinda
子供
knew,
がこの世に存在しない
but this is like the first time it's spelled out like this in the Archon Quest.
それに月神自身の存在もある
Okay, and now she's talking about all the moon marrows and the presence of Columbina, and that is disrupting things, I guess, because now the moon's power, I guess, is returning because the marrows are active again, so to say, with Lumine kind of being a pseudo moon goddess at the moment because of the eternal moon's marrow, and same for Alikino with the iridescent moon marrow, and then we have an actual moon goddess.
三つの
And
月の
that is
力が
causing a bunch of
ナドクライに
problems,
集まって
it
きている
seems.
これは宗家の戦い以来初めての状況よ
Yeah, hasn't been like that in a long time that we had the power of all three goddesses in one
テイワッ
place.
トの教会にも明らかに影響が及んでる
So, why are you so concerned about that?
かわいいかわいい私の娘に健やかで穏やかな暮らしを整えてあげたいからって理由じゃダメかしら
Well, I guess that is a good reason, but I don't think it's the only reason.
だけのようにも聞こえるけど
Yeah, I agree with Paimon here.
納得できちゃうぞ。
それが一番重要な理由だけど他にもいろいろあるのよコード R の後始末も手伝ってあげないといけない
Cleaning
し
up after dearest Miss R. Rhine dot, yeah. Okay.
気になるならアルベドちゃんに聞いてみて。私からも大事な質問があるんだけど、あなたたちは一体どうして
Yeah, well, we are doing this for Columbina, our new friend, the moon goddess who wants to return to her moon.
そういうことね。
Oh, Nicole mentioned? I wonder when we are gonna see her. She's also gonna appear in this Archon Quest, or maybe the next one, right? Yes, Paimon, that's exactly who she means.
あら、覚えてた？
You heard her voice in Fontaine, yeah, I remember that.
そっか。
That was shortly after we met Mona.
彼女の得意分野だものね。月神様の話に戻りましょう。彼女は月に戻る方法を考えていたみたいだけど、もうダメそう
So
ね。
Columbina can't return to the moon in the usual way?
どういう意味？
Whatever that is?
彼女が行方不明になったのは失踪したからじゃない。
She has
消えて
disappeared?
しまったのよ。
Wait, what? Once long ago, the dams that were lit... Ah, shit, it was too fast. Okay. Guess this is a flashback to before she disappeared.
体が重たい。
What exactly happened to you?
いや、重たいのは私の意識。手足、あれ、私どうしちゃったんだろ
Oh, she's really not
う。
feeling
寝
well.
すぎて頭がクラクラ
Guess
して
she's on the
る時みたい。
verge of disappearing here.
少し
Okay, so she actually did go for a walk, but then what happened?
君もお散歩
Oh. What the heck? She can't even touch the deer anymore. And it seems like the deer isn't even seeing her, really. Wait, is that what she's like currently? Can we just not see her?
この日が来たんだ。
Oh, damn.
もう体を維持する力すらないっていうの？もうすぐ期月の夜。あと少しで。
Yeah, just a few more days. You couldn't have given that to her, Teyvat?
それが私の終着点。
No, you're not dying. We're gonna prevent that.
消えたら月に戻るのかな。こんな風に終わりたくないな。
Poor Columbina.
でも今は少なくとも私はここに存在してる。でももうすぐこの意識を維持する力すらなくなってしまう。それならもう一度ちゃんとこの世界を見ておきたい。
Oh, okay, so she's just going around Nod-Krai in this
こ
form
の場所を
to take one final look at everything. Then there might still be a chance to save her. Okay, we're actually still following Columbina's part of the story here. She went to the Frostmoon Science.
蒼月の里。私が生まれた時と
She can finally walk around here without being seen. So I guess it's not all bad. She gets the opportunity to see what the Frostmoon Science are like now, without them surrounding her and worshipping her. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that her situation is very bad right now. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta see the positives in the negatives.
まったく蒼月のこの司祭や司祭に男がいればいいのにって。
すごく新鮮。こんな風にみんなの暮らしを見られることなんて。
She kinda seems to enjoy it.
今までは私が現れるとすぐに みんな真剣な顔になって
And
張り詰めて
yeah,
るみたいだった
because you were a goddess, the people never really dared to get close to you. Very lonely existence.
カーリナ、レメッティ、おやつよ。
Karina was the girl that Lorma healed in Act 1, right? Or was it Act 2? When we found out that Lorma was using her blood to heal people.
もう少しだけ見ていよう
Oh wait, we actually get to play as Columbina here? I mean, I kinda already know that she's the next playable character, even though she hasn't been officially trip marketed yet at the time I'm recording this. But if you've been active in the Genshin community in the last few weeks, then there was no way of avoiding all the comments about Columbina coming out soon. So yeah, she's gonna be in Luna 4. But I didn't expect that they would actually already let us run around as her. And look at how she's walking. Like, she's more... It's kind of floating, skating. Not really skating, but like... How would you describe this kind of walk? It's kind of a mix of walking and floating. I love it. I really hope she's actually moving around like that when she comes out as a playable character. Yeah, she's not even really touching the ground, I think. Maybe a little bit. But it's such a different walking animation to everyone else. Makes it really unique. Oh, and the sprint? Looks also really nice. Oh, I love that. Columbina is just amazing.
この風船に空気を入れたらいいの
ねえ、とりあえずいくつか入れてみてください。特に問題なければそれで。
Okay, there's in the middle of the preparations for Moon Prayer Night. Makes sense.
蒼月のこの神聖な自祭をからかうなんて罰を受けるんじゃ
Teasing acolyte of the Frostmoon Science School, it's a punishable offense. Oh, Columbina, you still have a lot to learn. They're just having fun.
やりましたね。
Yeah, they're just having a water fight. Columbina, it's really not that serious. This is gonna be so eye-opening for her.
さて、この辺にしときましょう。ラウマ様から任された任務も終わって
The
ない
Frostmoon Science probably weren't that relaxed and easygoing back when Columbina was with them. But now she really gets to see how much things have changed. I mean, Lorma of course told her, but, you know, seeing is believing, as they say.
風船に空気漏れがないか検査すればいいんでしょだったら空気を入れたって水を入れたって同じじゃん
それも一理ありますね。でも、
Yeah, don't use up all the balloons. Still need some for the festival.
どこかの自祭さんがラウマ様に言いつけなきゃ大丈夫私たちだけの秘密だよもう何個かだけなら大丈夫だって
まったくもう。じゃあ、こっちも。
I know they're just going full on water battle.
風船に水を入れるのってそんなに面白い
It is surprisingly fun to have water balloons and just throw them at each other. Oh, it's been actually a long time since I've done that, but as a kid it was so fun. But yeah, I also love the animation here. Columbina's like tapping the balloon and being like, is this fun? Is this really fun? Let me try. So cute. Man, I love Columbina so much. So, where to next? Over there. What are they doing?
二人とも遊び疲れたでしょ。ほら、食べなさい。
Okay, some snacks for the children.
蒼月のこの食べ物は相変わらず素朴だなあれお兄ちゃんのはソマル味だ私のはいつもホワイトベリー味なのにじゃあ分けっこするカーリナのも一口ちょうだい
Sharing food? Yeah. Why is that so surprising to you, Columbina? Did the Frostmoon Science back then really not even share food with each other? No wonder you got such a bleak outlook on life amongst humans.
人と食べ物を分け合ったことってなかったな。
And yeah, the Harbingers also weren't good teachers of sharing.
の分を食べてたし、蒼月の子からもらった供物も食べきれないときは月の下に置いたままにしておけば動物たちが取っていってた。
二口食べた。
私のも二口食べていいから。
もうあんたたちはまあまあおばあちゃんの分もあげるから。
これが家族？
It is. I'm happy that Columbina gets to experience all this, but at the same time, she's still dying. And we should not forget that fact.
こうしてこっそりみんなのそばで最後の時間を過ごすのも悪くないな。
In these final moments, yeah.
でも
She's also, of course, still very aware
ナシャタウンにも
of
行っ
what's
てみ
happening
よ
to
う。
her.
旅人はまだいるかな。
Okay, next she went to Nasha Town. What is she gonna experience there? Let's see. Oh, we're actually back to present day. Maybe we're actually gonna find Columbina here? Oh, okay, so it was because of the War of the Funerary Flame that Teyvat is rejecting the Moon Goddesses now. I see. And do you have a way to solve this problem? Do you have a solution, Alice? That would be very appreciated, because I kind of want Columbina to, well, not die.
月の三女神が何かしら天理を冒涜するような真似をしたんじゃないかしら。歴史上よくあることよ。
Yeah, but that was the previous Moon Goddess who offended the heavenly principles thousands of years ago. Columbina was born 500 years ago. Why does she have to suffer for the sins of her predecessor?
ここで私が意気揚々と話してることすら理論上罰を受けてもしょうがないことよ。でも
That's kind of a power move. Alice basically saying here that the heavenly principles can't do anything to her. Or at least, you know, can't control her. That she's just gonna do her own thing. There are definitely not many characters in Teyvat who can say something like that. And it's actually true.
とにかく月神様にとって月髄の力なんて取るに足らないものなの。なのに月の狩人との戦いが彼女の方から
Yeah, we kinda knew that already, but we thought it was gonna be enough until she returns to the moon.
もうすぐ季月の夜が来る時期で、この土地の空爆の濃度が上がってたおかげで、ここまで持ちこたえられてるだけなのよ。
So she's only alive because of the fortunate timing of everything.
わからないぞ。なんで現在進行形なんだ？
Not yet, Paimon. She's just kind of a ghost right now. But she's still here.
困っちゃった。常識だと思ってたけど、もうちょっと詳しく説明しなきゃダメかもね。
Yes, please. Many more lectures. I want all the lore. Tell us everything you know about everything. Because Genshin actually has such interesting lore.
異端の神になったってことよ。ここでも断りが問題になってくるの。彼女たちはテイワットに存在すべき。
The rationale for the existence was lost. Yeah, if the rationale was to like govern the laws of Teyvat and the laws got taken over by the heavenly principles and the shades, then yeah, makes sense.
月神様だって同じよ。ほら、彼女は今まで少女って名前でファデュイの一員として暮らしてたでしょ。そしてクータルとも呼ばれ、この土地の人たちに信仰されてた。でもそのつながりは彼女
So there's nothing left connecting her to Teyvat. Is that what you're saying?
ゆえに その存在を保つための合理性が失われたのか。
つまりオイラたちのせいなのか？
Not really, Paimon, but kinda indirectly, I guess.
ここから見ればそうね。でもこんなこと言っちゃうとまるで本当にあなたたちの敵みたい。
So, if you're making light of this, then hopefully that means you have a plan?
もちろんよ。私は世界で一番すごい魔女なんだから。
You actually are.
決心様を見つけたいのなら、まず目の前にある2つの問題を解決しなくちゃ。
2 problems we need to solve. Okay.
まず、
What problems?
シーワットのつながりを強めること。ほんの少しの
Yeah,
間だ
that
けど
goes without saying.
とにかく
So what's the other
彼女
problem?
の存在を期月の夜まで保たせて強める。それは例えば過去の蒼月の子の信者たちを再び召集するということか。一度否定した信仰は今の彼女にとって何の役にも立たないと思うよ。
Do you know her name? No, we don't. It's kind of a huge plot point for her character. That even Columbina herself doesn't know her name. Her true name.
ええ、名前は人の存在を確固たるものにする基本的な概念。とっても重要なものなのよ。
Yeah, I asked her once, but she said she didn't know.
なら、探し出しなさい。
Okay, find her name. That's what we have to do.
彼女自身の名前を持ってるはずよ。コロンビーナもクータルも彼女の本当の名前じゃない。彼女、その名前があれば存在が保たれると。そういうこと。小さな一歩に見えるかもしれないけど、これが全ての始まりよ。
Okay, so how do we do that? How do we find her name?
別髄を借りて月に帰ろうとしていたことね。偽りの空を通り抜けるには、とても
Okay, second problem is to return to the moon. Piercing through the false sky.
でも
So how do we solve that?
彼女の状態じゃ、たとえ実体を取り戻したとしても、それほどの力は引き出せない。そこについては安心して。ニコが詳しいから。
Oh, Nicole, are we gonna consult her for this? Okay.
魔女 N も手伝ってくれるのか？
Yes, Byron, there are 2 HEXENZIRKEL mages in Nod-Krai. Amazing, right?
二人の魔女が動いてくれるなんて大事件だな。
正確に言うと、あなたたちのはサブクエストだけどね。
It's just a side quest for her? Okay.
でも確かに私はすごく忙しいから、ここには長いできないわ。
Well, thanks for taking some time to tell us all this.
普段クレイの面倒を見てくれてるから、それのお返し。これからも一緒に遊んであげてちょうだいね。
It surely will. I mean, we would have done that even without that incentive. But yeah, I guess Alice is really thankful that we are looking after Clay. I mean, it's mainly the Knights of Eronius who are looking after her. But every once in a while, the Traveler as well.
冗談はさておき、早く動くべきよ。今の月神様の意識を期月の夜まで持ちこたえさせるなんて。
Are you gonna give us any hint how we can find her name? Or is that all? Is that all you're gonna tell us?
そうそう。ついでにニコの居場所も教えてあげる。
Okay, so you're at least gonna tell us where Nicole is so that we can ask her.
さあ、早く行きなさい。そうそう。もう一つアドバイスしてあげる。
Mind your heads.
しっかり脳みそを
Okay, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
脳みそ？
さてと、出発する前にルリンちゃんの様子も見
Oh, she's gonna go visit Durin.
忙
Interesting.
しそうだな。
だってモンドには手のかかる子たちがいっぱいいるでしょ。ルリンちゃん、アルベドちゃん、ウェンティ。
So many children I have to keep tabs on. Which, like, okay, I get it. Durin, Albedo, yeah. Makes sense that she would see them as children. And then I read Wenti and I was like, what? She considers Wenti a child? I mean, yeah, we know Alice is super powerful and super old, probably. But that even Venti for her is just a child. That's insane. And yeah, Waka as well. I mean, Waka is pretty young. Even if he's a big, burly guy. who's the leader of the Knights of Favonius, he's young, so for him to be considered a child in the eyes of someone as old and powerful as Alice, it kind of makes sense, you know? But Venti? I want to know more about that. Yeah, there were some unexpected names in there.
クレイを入れなくていいのか？
クレイは世界一優秀な最高の子供よ。私の誇り。
Yeah, she's just letting Clay do whatever she wants. No need to worry about Clay, because she's my child, so she can do whatever she wants. She can blow up mountains and wants that. I don't care. She's my cute daughter. So I let other people deal with the consequences. Typical Alice.
おお、クレイはいい子だぞ。おお。
Little explosive angel.
よかった。それじゃうまくいきますように。また会いましょう。
Okay, yeah, see you. And that's it. There she goes. Wow.
あっさり去っていったな。
She showed up out of nowhere and now she's already gone again. That's Alice for you.
屋台もそのままだぞ。これ、オイラたちが
Nah, Paimon, she doesn't need our help.
いいのか？
今の魔女のお子さん、クレイと言ったか？一体どんな子供なのだろうか？
What's she like? Well, if you invite her to the Frostmoon Science, there won't be Frostmoon Science anymore. They're gonna blow up. Nah, not really. Clear's not that crazy.
それは長くなりそうだから歩きながらゆっくり話すぜ。
Okay, I think we're going back to Columbina now. And she's also in Nasha Town. Is she gonna see us here? Or did we just miss her?
こうしてナシャタウンに入ったのは初めてかも。
おいジジイ、その金槌錆びちまってるんじゃねえのか？誰がジジイだって？
あれって喧嘩？
Sounds more like some friendly banter.
おめえだよおめえ。工房を娘に譲ってから金槌の振り方まで忘れちまったんじゃねえのか？俺は椅子を直してくれって言ったんだぞ。そんなヘナチョコ金槌は俺の背中のマッサージにでも使って。
Or they're actually fighting.
うるさい野郎だな。一生ベッドから降りられなくしてやろうか。材料がまだ届いてないんだよ。期月の夜に必要なものは山ほどあるんだ。
どうせ娘にやっちまったんだろ？はあ、結局友達より娘が大事なんだよな。
I can't tell if they're joking or if this is a serious discussion.
材料が届いたらコスキおじさんの椅子を優先的に直すよ。父さん
Oh,
も
it's
時間があるなら
the
手伝
Nod-Krai
って。
blacksmith. So it's her uncle and her dad. Yeah, so they weren't actually really fighting.
さすがリュカちゃん、気が利くぜ。
友達だったの？二人ともすごく汚い口調
Yeah, I guess it's just how the people in Nasha Town are like.
でもこんな感じの光景どこかで見たことがあるような。コロンビー
Yeah, okay, Columbina kinda knows people like that, you know? Constantly seeming angry, but deep down, they actually really like you. She has experienced that in the form of Sandrone.
あ、サンドローネ。あの時のサンドローネは私と友達に
Yeah,
なり
it
たかっ
was.
たのかな。
Sandrone actually liked you from the beginning. She's just a tsundere.
でもサンドローネに言い返す機会ももうなくなっちゃった。
She's starting to really feel the regrets. Now that her death is close, or, you know, she thinks that it's close. She won't be able to say goodbye to Sandrone. That's sad. We have to save her. I mean, we absolutely will. Because there's another act in this Archon Quest after this, and then probably another one after this in the next update. But yeah, now let's walk around Nasha Town with Columbina. I still love how she floats around. That is such a unique walking animation.
期月の夜に彼女に何を送るかもう決めたのか？
もちろんだ。
油断してる時にサプライズしてやろうと思ってな。用意した指輪をそっと出して。
Okay, so this guy wants to propose to his girlfriend, I guess.
サプライズ。また聞き慣れない単語だ。
はいはい、お涙頂戴的な感動シーンになりそうだな。あ、お客さんが来たからちょっと待ってくれ。こんにちはお嬢さん。期月の夜のキャンディーはいかがですか？
Is he talking to her? No, someone is standing behind her. I think we can already see a glimpse of them here.
これって私を見て話してるの？私。
はい、どうぞ。
Yeah, wasn't talking to
また来て
Columbina.
くださいね。
Damn.
どまうじゃ。それで
I mean, it was obvious, but like, oh, she looks so sad here. Poor Columbina.
どうして私はまだ
Yeah,
希望を
she still has
抱い
hope.
てるんだろう。
She doesn't want to die. Of course she doesn't.
まずは何よりあの魔女を見つけねば。
And there we are. She's actually seeing us here, but we have no idea that she's here. And Vaka is with us now. Okay. Most important thing right now is to find that mage. Yeah, okay. So this is after we talked to Alice about Nicole. Now we're trying to find Nicole. And Columbina is right there. Invisible to us. Ah.
名前も重要そうだ
And you're gonna walk right past her.
そもそもどこを
Oh, that's gonna be so sad for her.
やっぱここはファディのとこに行くべきか。
And the music is getting really sad now as well. Walking right through her. Oh my god. This is so sad.
Columbina.
Wait. Did Lumine... Can Lumine see her? I mean, Lumine is special. We know that. Can she see her or feel her or something? Come on, Lumine. Lumine. Please.
旅人？
Lumine definitely felt something, but she can't see her. Damn it. No, don't go, Lumine. Don't. Oh. Okay, Columbina is actually following us. That's good. Just quietly staying by their side like this. Maybe it's not so bad, huh? It is bad, though. It is really bad. We need to save her. We need to save her. Let's find Nicole. Right now. Where do we go? Over here. Okay. Nicole? Please. Tell us how to save her. Actually, tell us her name. Right, that's why we're looking for Nicole. To get her name.
つもりなんだろう。さっき
Mention the mage and the name. Yeah, your name. We're gonna find out your name. Oh, I can already see this. We're gonna find out her name, and then Lumine is gonna say her name, and then suddenly Columbina is gonna be visible again, and she's gonna stand there, and it's gonna be such a good and emotional scene. Oh my god. Please tell me that's gonna happen.
ところで、ファルカさんはこのニコという人、いや、魔女 N のことを知っているのか？
ああ、実際に会ったことはないな。
Yeah, Vaka's definitely, of course, aware of Nicole, since she's a member of the Hexenzirkel and they have kinda a pact with the Knights of Favonius. But he's never met her.
ア
Interesting.
リスは自分の知ってることを彼女と共有するのが好きみたいだな。例えば、
Oh, so Nicole is kind of Alice's apprentice. That's interesting.
でもアリスはあんまり淑女って感じしないぞ。
でもま、あれくらい濃い性格じゃないと個性豊かな人材を集められないのかもな。確か面白いが必須条件だったな。その基準で言えばお前たちも魔女会に加入できるんじゃないか。
アリスがいないからって勝手なこと言うなよ。
Imagine Lumine actually joining the Hexenzirkel. That would be something.
いやいや、俺はただ、魔女会は型にとらわれない斬新な集団だって言いたかったんだ。
そういうことにしといてやるぜ。でも、誰も会ったことないなら、どうやって
She
見
is
て
right
見つけ
here,
出せばいいの？
Paimon.
片っ端から
Yeah,
他の人に声を
typical
かけるんだ
HEXENZIRKEL,
ろ？
just appearing out of nowhere.
何か目印になる装飾品でもつけてるといいんだがな。胸元に風の花をつけてるとか。
でも、アリスは別にニコがモンド人だとは言ってなかったぞ。
確かに。
What about the tea set?
では、あちらの方が。
Yeah, this young lady here. Exactly. And she also looks so good. Much like Alice. Both of the character models are freaking amazing.
なあ、お前、ニコさんか？
俺はファルカ。セピロス騎士団の北風騎士だ。アリスから俺の名前を聞いてないか？
うわ、人違いか？
No, you don't have the wrong person. She just can't talk, right? As far as I know. She talks telepathically.
気まずい。
So why is she not doing that right now? Is there some condition that has to be fulfilled before she can actually, like, communicate telepathically with someone?
私が首を振った
Oh no, there we go.
アリスがあなたについて話したことはなかったから。
Oh, Alice hasn't mentioned Vaka before. Why not? I thought the entire HEXENZIRKEL was aware of the pact with the Knights of Favonius. But maybe not.
どこから声が。
ごめんなさいね。事情があって話す
Yeah,
ことができ
she's
ない
unable to speak, so she communicates telepathically.
交流できないのよ。最初は少し慣れないかもしれないけど、許してちょうだい。
Oh, and now we get the normal text box here. I was hoping they were gonna keep doing those special speech boxes to signify that she's communicating differently than everyone else, but oh well.
いや、それより、アリスから俺のことを全く聞いてないことの方が傷ついたな。
あなたたち二人に関しては2回話したことはあったけど、やっと
Well, they wouldn't really call it crossing paths. We just kinda heard your voice.
人違いじゃなかったんだな。前は導いてくれてありがとな。どういたしまして。今回私たちが触れる物語はまだ練り上げられていない。今はみんな
The
で
crossroads of
運命の分岐
fate.
点に立っている状態。
Elaborate.
改めて自己紹介するわね。私は
Nicole, there you go, and she also gets a special introduction. And also the way she like threw back her hair there, that was very Alice-esque. So you can really tell she learned from her. Unappreciated master sculptor, immortal literary giant, if only that right. And the silent angel, yet also the orator. Those are some very interesting titles. The Instant Theater Award. Okay. So in summary, to remain silent is to be the observer of the world. Is that like what she is, you know? Like Alice is the one who maintains the borders of the world and she is the observer of the world? Either way, she looks amazing. Like I already said, the character models in Nod-Krai are just top-notch, like all of them. In the previous regions, there were always some characters where I was like not that big of a fan of their designs. Don't get me wrong, almost all the characters in Genshin look amazing, but like there were always some characters where I was like, okay, I don't really care that much about their design. It's okay, but not great, you know? But here in Nod-Krai so far, every character just looks amazing. Lorma, Flintz, Nefer, Yahoda, Durin, Vaka, Columbina, Alice, now Nicole. Probably forgetting someone, but they all look amazing. I love all the designs.
今はいいの。もうアリスったら
So Alice made that introduction for her. That was funny how she was like shooing it away. Man, I love these HEXENZIRKEL characters.
せっかく言いたいことを整理して練ってきたのに、こういう時に限って人の計画
Oh,
を
that's cute, the way she's twirling her hair there. Being kinda embarrassed by the introduction Alice made for her.
ごめんなさい。
That's not really what I expected, but you know, I like her so far.
自己紹介の魔法をかけてるの。術式発動の条件は全部排除したはずだったのに、どうして？はあ、恥ずかしいわ。
イメージと違いすぎるだろう。もしかして面と向かって話すこと
Yeah, probably not.
大丈夫だぞ。すでに一回見たからそんなに驚かないぜ。
So yeah, that basically confirms that the characters can actually see that in-game. It's not just for the player, these introduction cards. At least when it comes to the HEXENZIRKEL. The Fatui Harbinger introductions are probably just for the player.
ニコさん、ニコさんの言葉で構わぬゆえ、続きを聞かせてもらえるだろうか。
あれ？みんな自然に会話してる？
Oh, can Columbina not hear what Nicole is saying? The telepathic communication is not reaching her because Nicole is probably not seeing her either and not realizing that she's there, so she's not like beaming her words into Columbina's head. That must be weird for Columbina.
さっきのことは忘れてくれる？
何のことだ？記憶にないな。
Among the words that hopped out just now, I saw angel. So is she one of the angels? An actual one that didn't get turned into a Seelie?
そう。私の名前はニコ。
Yeah, an angel who's retained their preferred form and their power.
数少ない天の使いのうちの一人。旅人とパイモンは聞いたことがあるはずね。
Yep, the Lord of the Night was the first real angel we met, though she had a very different form from Nicole, a lot less human. Yeah, we've never really seen her in person, I guess.
私はより完全な力を保っているの。長期にわたって執行する使命がないからよ。具体的に言えば、やめておきましょう。
Okay, so she has no long-term duty to fulfill, so I guess that observer of the world was just something that Alice is calling her. But she doesn't seem to have like an official role in Teyvat.
その通りだ。何か心当たりはあるだろうか。
草加の戦いの後、シュペルボレイヤ人が残した方法があるけれど、どうやら
Okay, Hyperborea again. Gonna find out more about that.
いいえ、これもやめておきましょう。時間があるときにまた話すわ。とにかく、その戦いが終わってから3つの月は
So at that point, the moon still existed, all three of them. So when exactly did they get destroyed?
文明と創造を受け入れた人類。つまり、シュペルボレイヤ人は
Okay, we're actually getting more Hyperborea lore now. That's awesome.
それでも、中には月に対する信仰を貫いて、新しい秩序を受け入れようとしなかった人もいた。
Okay, so they were kind of torn between worshipping the angels and worshipping the moon goddesses. That was also kind of cute how Columbina was chasing the animal there. Yeah, this conversation must be pretty boring to her since Nicole is talking a lot and she can't hear that. Oh wait, they had already passed away at that point, the moon goddesses. Okay. But the moons were still there.
この魔女はきっと特別な方法で会話してるんだ。月の子、
その通りよ。でも当時の人々は月神に慈悲を請うことしかできなかった。やがて彼らは巨大な建築物を作り、大量の空箔を消費して、ついに月の様子を伺い、月の声を聞くことに成功した。その結果はみんなの知る通り、残念な結果だったわ。その時、人々は月の三女神が亡くなっていることを
And what did they do then, after they found out the truth about the goddesses?
なんだかちょっとかわいそうだな。
あの頃、人類の状況は 本当にひどかった。草加の戦いで帰る場所を失っていたのに、彼らを助けた天の使いまでも
Okay,
が
and the angels were also
どこか
gone
へ
at
消え
that
てしまって
point.
ちょっと待ってくれ。この歴史と俺たちが今しようとしてることに何の関係があるんだ？
関連性は、あら、確かにいつの間にか関係ない部分の話にな
Yeah,
っていた
gotten a
わ。
bit off track here. So back on topic.
最近誰かの脳内でお話をする機会がなかったから、口を開けば岩間にぶつかりながら落ちていく滝のように話題の方向を制御できなくなっちゃうの。さあさあ
The way she's blushing there. She's a lot cuter than I thought. I mean, not that she wasn't cute from the beginning, but like the way she's acting is a lot cuter than expected. But it's not a bad thing. I actually like it. The relevant part is the ritual created by the Hyperboreans. A ritual to get to the moon, get through the far sky, which is what they did to find out that the moon goddesses were dead, I guess. That she's referring to that one. Yeah.
ということは、さらに強い空爆を使って、さらに安定したつながりを作れば、人を送り出すことも不可能ではないわ。なるほど。つまり、転送ゲートを作れるってことだな。ああ、そう。転送ゲート。
That doesn't sound like it was actually a portal.
どうしたんだ？なんかしょんぼりしてないか？
ここまでうまくまとめてくれるとは思わなかったのよ。
Oh, it is a portal. She was just disappointed that we got such a good grasp on it.
説明しなくて済んだのに。
いな、どれも書面に記録して保存すべき貴重な知識だ。
そう？じゃあ、もっと詳しく説明するわね。実は、さっきはちょっと省略してたんだけど。
待て。まずは状況をまとめよう。ヒュペルボレイア人の方法をなぞるなら、その建築物を見つけて、十分な空爆を確保する必要があるということだな。
If the structure even still exists. I mean, it was thousands of years ago.
豪月と光月の月髄が手元にある分、空爆の心配をする必要はない。肝心なのはその建築物がどこにあるか見つけること。これで間違いないか？
その通りよ。でも、これほどの時間が
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
建築なんてとっくに消えてしまっていてもおかしくないわ。でも、虚栄の現象を使って建物がまだ存在している時に行ければ話は別。
Oh, okay, make use of the phantoms. Yeah, that's a good idea.
言い方が悪かったわね。虚栄の現象を利用して時空上の出会いを起こすの。本当に建築物があった時代に行く必要はないわ。その建築物が投影される時代に行けばいいの。あるいは私たちの影を利用して折りたためば。
And what?
どこがわからなかった？
No, it wasn't too hard to follow. I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be very difficult to pull off, but, like, logically, it doesn't sound that complicated. Basically, what she was saying was just that we have to create, like, our own phantoms, or, you know, have to force the exact phantom that we want to show up to then make use of it somehow.
ちょっと意味不明すぎて頭がパンパンになったというか。
どうすれば簡単に説明できるか考えてみましょう。そうね。今から数日間、私はナドクライで使える虚栄を探す。そして条件を満たしたと判断したら、みんなを呼び出すわ。
Okay, I guess it's not forcing a certain phantom to appear, but just searching for one that fits the criteria. Okay.
ある儀式を行うと、特定の人間は虚栄に入って、建築のあった場所にたどり着くことができるのよ。実行可能だと確認できれば、期月の夜に月神を月に送り返せるわ。かなり省略してしまったけれど、わかるかしら？
Yes, it is making sense, but we still haven't found out Columbina's name, and without it, she can't survive until the Moonprayer night, so what do we do about that?
ああ、つまりはあんたからの連絡を待てということだな。
ええ、そうとも言えるわね。
よし、それではあんたに任せる。俺たちは
Yeah,
月神様の名前を
Varka's on it as well, and reminding us that this other problem still exists.
私の名前
Yes, of course we are, Columbina.
もしかして
What did you think all this was about?
私が消えないで済む方法を
Do you think your friends wouldn't fight for you? Fight to keep you alive?
そちらのお嬢さん。
I mean, she is kinda new to all the friendship stuff, so I guess she didn't realize
何か
how far we would go for her.
この前連絡した時は少し混乱していたせいでまだあなたの名前を聞いていなかったわ。
私は蒼月の子のラウマだ。
ああ、やっぱり蒼月の子の人だったのね。だからヒペルボレイヤと月の歴史について興味津々で聞いてくれたのね。
Yeah, it's basically the history of Loma's people.
もしよかったら夜にまたあなたの家を訪ねてもいいかしら。詳しく話してあげるわ。そのまま記録するのはリスクが高いから描写は工夫して童話や偶話、祈祷文の形に直すことをお勧めするわ。
Was she saying that writing down the true history would get her the attention of the Heavenly Principles? That they wouldn't like it? But the Heavenly Principles have been asleep. I mean, the Shades are still active, kinda, but the Heavenly Principles themselves have not acted in a very long time. And even the Shades didn't really do anything to, like, prevent what happened in Fontaine, for example. The destruction of the Hydro Throne and the return of the Hydro Dragon Sovereign.
でもそんなことはすべてお話し終わった後でいいわね。では夜にまた会いましょう。
Yeah, see ya. Okay, another very interesting encounter with the HEXENZIRKEL member. So much interesting lore on this Archon Quest.
そろそろ最初から最後まで話さないと忘れてしまうところだったから。
We can still hear her thoughts. Nicole, you can turn it off now.
アリスのアドバイスの意味がやっとわかったぜ。
なっはっは。さすが。アリスの周りには個性的な人が多いな。
Yeah, true.
さて、月神の嬢ちゃんの名前を探すなら、最初の行き先を決めないとな。
Very good question. I've asked the same one like half an hour ago. Where do we even start?
そうだな。いざ探すってなると、ニコの言ってたことも割と大事だった気がしてきたぞ。
私も彼女の話を聞いた後、役に立ちそうな内容をまとめておこう。
Okay, sounds like a
蒼月
plan.
の子に関する文献も調べておきたい。ヒュペルボレイヤ時代に蒼月の子の先祖が信仰を形作ったのは事実だが、信憑性の高い記録はクータルが生まれた後のものしかない。
I have a hunch that the Fatui might know something too. Yeah, they probably do.
なんかコロンビーナがテイワットで歩いた後をなぞって歩いてるみたいだな。
Yeah, kinda. From the Frostmoon Signs to the Fatui and back.
じゃあまずは文献から取り掛かろうぜ。
よし、じゃあ蒼月の子の方は任せた。俺はファデュイと連絡を取ってみる。協力してくれそうなのは、アルレッキーノとサンドロー
And Varka's gonna take over the Fatui side of things, okay. Gonna talk to Sandrone and Alekino.
感謝する。よろしく頼む。
Like, wait, let's go back here. They're the only ones who'd wanna help. Like, unironically, I think the Doctor might actually wanna help. Not that I would want his help, but if he has some plans for Columbina, which I still think is the case, then he wouldn't want her to disappear, right? So I think this is one of the few cases where Dottore might actually be able to help, or be willing to help. But we probably still shouldn't accept his help if it comes to them. Or maybe we should, but then there would probably be a catch to it. Let's just not talk about this until it actually happens. It might just be that Dottore is not gonna get involved in this at all. So I'm not gonna get ahead of myself here.
気にするな。レディの幼年時代の調査より、 人の手配のことが得意ってだけだ。じゃあな。
ついていってみよう。何かできることがあるかも。
Okay, so next stop, the Frostmoon Enclave. I mean, we are kinda already there, almost. Not that far away. So let's go and find out whatever we can about Columbina's true name.
以前クータルに関する資料を整理した。信憑性の高い資料は全てここにまとめてある。
信憑性が高いってどういうことだ？
はるか昔の話であり、口伝で残ってきたものも多い。改変され、神聖を誇張されていることがあるのだ。それを私が簡単に整理した。
Yep, makes sense.
歴史に隠された答えを見つけるなら、まずは情報の信憑性を確保するところから始めなければならない。
確かにそうだな。よし、早速見てみようぜ。
Paimon! Paimon, she's right behind you. Don't turn around. Okay, so they're clear and concise, these historical records, but also terse and dry. Yeah, that's what historical records are like most of the time. But it's important to know about history, so as to not repeat the mistakes of the past.
ほとんどがクータルでコロンビーナを指してるのは。でもそもそも両方本当の名前じゃないのか？
蒼月の子は彼女を神として敬ってきた。同時に不可能と思われる。
Yeah, we already knew that they did that.
過剰な期待を寄せていた。信仰心を貫くことは間違いではない。しかし、ただ日々祈り続けるだけでは何も変わらない。彼女の立場から考えると、このような崇拝には心を寄せようがなかっただろう。おそらくその時から彼女はクータルという名が表す全てを捨てていたのではないだろうか。
ラウマの言う通りかもしれない。
Yeah, Lauma knows you well.
期待に満ちた声でクータルと呼ばれるとき、自分を呼ばれている気なんて全然しなかった。
So, when you were organizing these texts, what criteria did you use?
一概には言えぬな。描写の現実味、言葉遣い、それからクータルに対する印象。蒼月の子で彼女の存在を知っておるのは私だけだ。彼女と面と向かって話したからこそ、彼女が絶対にしないであろうことは。
Okay, so you filtered out the records where Columbina did certain things that Lauma knows she wouldn't do.
しかし同時に近頃彼女の身に変化が起きていたことも感じ取れた。
Yeah, she did change over the course of these Archon quests.
変化？私に？
Yeah, you became more open, more willing to talk to people. You accepted some of us as friends instead of keeping us at arm's length. You're a lot less distant than you used to be.
いっそ信憑性の低い資料の方も見てみないか？
そうだな。少し待ってくれ。
クータルは神の道からをお使いになって雪の山頂を削り月光を映す海面に投げ入れた。
Yeah, I don't think Columbina created this island.
なんだよ、どう考えてもおかしいだろう。3つの月などというのは完全なる偽りである。我々に残された月はただ一つ。
And now they're even denying that there ever were 3 moons. The subjectivity is strong in this one.
古書のほとんどにはこういった物語が記されている。私がどうして先ほどのような判断をした。
Yeah, I definitely understand why you filtered those ones out.
クータルは何も言わず、ただ遠くを見つめられた。彼女の両の瞳の交わるところに神託が映し出された。
Well, that actually does sound like her. She did not speak, merely gazing into the distance in silence.
この本を書いた人はクータルに会ったことすらない。彼女の両目がいつも閉ざされていることを知らなかったのだろう。
Well, maybe they weren't always closed before. But I meant mainly the silent part, you know, and it feels like she's staring in the distance, even if she has her eyes closed. That did sound pretty accurate, but oh well. Accurate to how she was at the beginning of the Nod-Krai Archon Quest.
どれどれ、子供はひな鳥が寒くないように巣を作ってあげようとした。しかし力が弱すぎて木の枝は折れなかった。そこでクータルは月齢をお呼びになった。そして皆と力を合わせて綺麗な巣を編み上げられた。あ、
Oh, so that actually did happen.
子供は神がどうして自分をお助けになったのかわからず、家へ帰って父母を呼んだ。しかし英月氏は鳥の巣を奇跡だと言って高所に祀った。子供も神に祝福された子ということで大事
Oh
に
my
育てら
god.
れた。
The Force Moon science of the past took things way too far. Columbina probably just wanted to help this child on a whim, didn't really mean anything by it, just wanted to do something nice, and then they're like, oh my god, this child is blessed, this nest is a powerful relic, let us pray to the moon goddess and thank her for these gifts. Religious people can be such a pain sometimes.
しかし神の祝福は二度と下されることはなかった。そんなこの話どう思う？
If it's true, it gives off a somewhat lonesome feeling. Yeah, because no wonder Columbina couldn't really, like, find any friends before when that's how they were treating every little thing she did. Every little thing is a miracle, everything is just her blessing people. Like, her just talking to someone was probably interpreted as her bestowing her favor upon the person. Really no wonder Columbina got so lonely and eventually left.
ああ、私がこの物語をこちらに分類したのは、
Yeah, because she probably learned what happens if she does stuff like that. And then she stopped doing it.
確かにやりそうなことではあるな。しかし、
あいつは自分の行動がどう誤解されるか、どんな迷惑をかけるか予測できないと思ったんだろうね。
Yeah, exactly.
だから、なんかちょっと悲しいな。
It is.
あ、今も私は君たちにぬくもりを与えられないね。
Don't worry. We are on it. You will be able to do this again. After we save you.
結局コロンビーナの本当の名前はわから
Yeah,
なかったな。
no name.
残念だね。
So what do we do now? Return to Nasha Town and contact Varka. Okay. Yeah, let's see what Varka found out in the meantime. What did Sandrone and Alekino have to say? Oh, Duran and Albedo are here as well. So we meet again.
俺が残るよう言ったんだ。みんな人を待ってるんだから一緒にいた方が雑談で暇つぶしできるだろ。
我々が戻るのを待っておったのか？つまりファデュイと話はついたのだろうか？
もちろんだ。あとは一緒に行くだけさ。
Oh, he hasn't actually met up with the Fatui yet. He just arranged the meeting. Okay. So we're all gonna go together.
名前が見つからなかったってこと以外は順調だったぞ。
俺の推測は正しかったみたいだな。月神の嬢ちゃんがプライバシーを知られることを良しとするかは疑問だが、しかし緊急事態である以上、そんなことにこだわってる余裕はないな。
ファルカはオイラたちを待ってたけど、お前たちは誰を待ってるんだ？アリスか？
いや、もうアリスさんには。
Okay, they already met Alice.
アリスさんから実験について説明を受けたんだ。通信機ももらったよ。
Yeah, this looks familiar. We've used these before. I'm sure I saw one of these back on the Golden Apple Archipelago. Yeah, good old times, huh? It's been a long time actually since we were at the Golden Apple Archipelago.
それで僕にちょっと実験に協力してほしいんだって。
She wants Durin's help with some experiments on that front. Okay, that's
具
interesting.
体的なやり方はこの通信機を使って教えてくれるって言ってた。
Durin really is special.
ほう、指示通り動きながら現象を観察する。よくある実験手段だな。
じゃあ一体誰を待ってるんだ？
君たちも知ってる人だよ。
Oh, wait. Is it Wanderer?
とラウマさんは知らないかも。
Is Wanderer the one they're waiting for here? Is he finally gonna appear in Nod-Krai? Yeah, there he is. It's been a while. Haven't seen you in a long time, actually.
うるさいな。教令員に外出禁止なんてルールはないだろう。ちゃんと休暇を申請して。
Okay, so unofficially from the academia.
実は人間の体を手に入れた後、すぐに手紙でカサッチ
And yeah, Head Guy is his official name in the story, I guess, since they can't use the actual name that players give him.
カサッチ。
Just think of it as kind of a code name, Waka and Lorma. Oh, and Waka actually has heard of him.
では、なぜあのような反応を？
知ってたのは名前だけだからな。まあ、せっかくだから簡単に自己紹介をさせてくれ。
ラウマ、蒼月の子の英月師だ。
スネール教令員、バフマナ学院ダリオッシュのカサッチだ。
Yeah, that's what he is officially now. Not the Harbinger anymore.
また会えたね、カサッチさん。ナドクライ行きの船で会ったのが最後かな。
Okay, and they know each other from the boat ride to Nod-Krai. Interesting.
そうだね。ちょうど調べたいやつがいたから来ただけだよ。
Someone you want to look into. Let me guess. Dottore?
調べたい人？
ファデュイ執行官
Yep. The Doctor.
ドットーレだ。
Because they have beef. Or rather, Wanderer has beef with Dottore, but Dottore has no idea who he is. Because the memories got erased.
その言い方、何かいざこざでもあったのか？
資料を整理していたら、教令員に残された資料に誤りや漏れが多すぎることに気づいて、我慢できなくなっただけだよ。
Okay, I guess that's a decent cover story. But why would you look into that instead of the Matra?
ドットーレ。その頃はザンディクという名前だったけどね。教令員で学んでいたところ、卒業する前に追い出されたんだ。
Yeah, he was kicked out of the academia. We knew that already. And his true name was Zandik. Heard that name before. Yeah. That was in that event last update. Interesting.
執行官第2位にしちゃなんだか情けない話だな。
そういえば博士が何かしでかすかもって話はナドクライに着く前から聞いてたけど、結局まだ会って
Yeah, and I still think that's very worrying. That we haven't seen him at all yet
あいつは興味のある場所にしか
in
行ってない。
Nod-Krai.
もう別の場所に行ったんじゃないのか？
I doubt that he's left.
でも、あいつがかつてここで何をしたのかはかなり重要な資料になる。
でも君の口調は資料を作ろうとしてるというより、まるで犯人を捕まえようとしてるみたいだな。ちょうど今からファデュイの執行官に会いに行くんだ。そこで君も何か
This is gonna be interesting. Him meeting Sandrone and Alekino for the first time, you know. Not really the first time, but he's got to pretend that he doesn't know them, and they actually don't know him anymore. This is gonna be so interesting.
そうだね。
でもあの二人は結構
And try to be a bit nicer than usual. That's what Paimon is trying to say here.
蒼月のことファデュイは未だ緊張関係にあるゆえ、私は辞退させてもらおう。
Yeah, Loma doesn't want to talk to the Fatui.
それじゃあ僕たちもアリスさんの実験を続けようか。
みんな充実した時間を過ごせそうだな。
Okay then, let's go.
俺が案内する。
So Wanderer,
なんだ
are you here for revenge?
それもある。でも、あいつに復讐しようとしているのは、
I mean, yeah, there are a lot of people who have a score to settle with him.
君も、クラクサナリデビも、僕も。これ以上あいつに振る舞
Also,
う
is this also kind of an official mission
ごめんだ。
from Nahida?
そうだろ
Did she sanction this? I mean, yeah, she must have. Because he wouldn't be able to travel to Nod-Krai without her approval. But yeah, fair enough. One other thing, when we return, let's talk about Columbina.
焦っているみたいだね。
Wait, Columbina's still here, right? So she's gonna hear this and she's gonna be like, wait, why does she want to talk about me with this guy? Who is this guy? What does he know about me? Oh wait, could Scaramouche actually know her name? We are talking to the Harbingers, to Alecino and Sandrone, to find out Columbina's name, but he also was a Harbinger. So he might know as well, or he might know something that the others don't, because not every Harbinger knows the same things.
心配しなくても、ハトはどこに行っても自分の家を見つけられるものだよ。
Okay, we split into two teams, and the Vaka team goes to the Fatui Design Bureau, and there we go, Sandrone and Alecino are right here.
そちらは
Who is this? If only you knew, if only you knew, Alecino. Who's standing before you there?
スメールの学者で旅人の旧友らしい。
待ちなさい。その人が手紙の中にあった教練員代表なの。
Yeah, she's not wrong about that. He really doesn't look like an academia representative.
これで
But he actually is.
証明しよう。スラサタンナ聖書の印が押されているだろ
The seal of the sanctuary of Surasthana, so basically Nahida's seal.
ほんとね。早とちりしちゃったわ。
気にするな。想定内の反応だ。
He probably knew exactly how Sandrone would react because he knows her, but she's like, huh? What is this guy talking about?
だが、この件は機密扱いになってる。調査に協力してくれる人間以外にはなるべく広めたくない。
僕について聞かれたら、個人的な学術的好奇心でナドくらいに来ていると言っておいてくれ。
ファルカっていろいろ手を回してたんだな。ずっと前からスメールの教練員と連絡してたなんて。
それほどでも。
But what reason would Sandrone and Alecino have to disclose information about Dottore?
言うまでもないわ。この前、私がスターダストビーチで月の狩人に手痛くやられたでしょ。どうせあれもあいつの計算
Okay, so they actually don't like him. I mean, I'm not surprised.
までコマにするなんて。
And we already kind of know that Alecino refused to work with him when he approached her. So she probably also doesn't like him because he approached her to use the failed children from the House of the Heart as subjects for his experiments, like it was with the previous Harbinger, Kukabena. And yeah, Alecino, of course, likes the children. So she did not take that well. But yeah, it seems like Sandrone also doesn't like him.
ドットーレは最初から私たちなんて眼中にないの。
The feeling's
どうで
mutual,
もいいわ
yeah.
どうせ私とアルレッキーノもあいつ。
君たちはドットーレが同僚としての情を重んじるような人間だと思うのか
No, he doesn't.
確かにそうは思えないな。
彼が怪しい動きをするたびに私は彼を警戒している。そういう面では 我々の動機は一致しているとも言えるね。本題に戻ろう。私とサンドローネはなぜドットーレが何の動きも見せないのか疑問に思い調べたが、特に手がかりは得られなかった。
Okay, wow, even those two couldn't find out anything.
あいつはいつも
Now I'm even more worried.
隠す。特に気にかけている件に関してはなおさらだ。
ああ、気配や動きさえ隠せば面倒ごとにはならないと思い込んでいるのだろう。しかしその手は同僚には通用しない。
その通りよ。あいつは古月の意外について研究してたし、
He's been researching the ancient moon's remnants, okay.
行動をしないわけない。
Probably Dottore knows Columbina's true name. Is that where this is going?
そこで私はスネージナヤに戻り、女皇陛下に直接この件を報告して、ドットーレをスネージナヤに呼び戻していただくよう働きかけた。
And let me guess, she did not recall him.
随分と直接的だな。どうなったんだ？
ファリュイがナドクライで進めてきたことを
Oh wait, she actually did agree.
ゆえに、この地に3人のファトゥスを残す必要はないとはっきりお伝えした。女皇陛下もこの意見には同意してくださった。結果、ドットーレは命令を受けて帰還し、
I don't believe that. Maybe one Dottore returned and another stayed. I mean, yes, all the Dottores except one got destroyed at the end of the Sumeru Archon Quest, but that doesn't mean that since then he couldn't have created another clone. So yeah, I definitely don't trust this. You know, I trust Alekino. I definitely don't think she's lying, but Dottore is still here, I'm pretty sure.
あいつはよく常識から外れた行動をとるわ。でも頭は悪くないから、女皇陛下に逆らうとどうなるかをわきまえているのよ。
Yeah, but would that really stop him?
あいつはオンドリの資源や不赦のモラも欲しがってる。そんなの女皇陛下が指をちょちょいと振れば全部懐
I
に入れられる
guess
わ。
if you put it like that, then the Tsaritsa really has some power over him.
でもあいつは表面上従順なように見せながら、水面下ではこそこそ動く人間だった。そうだろ?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Wanderer here. I really don't trust that Dottore is actually back in Snezhnaya.
確かにその可能性はあるわ。前に研究関連であいつと少しの間だけ協力したことがあるの。あいつは合理的に段階的に物事をなそうとし
So,
ない。
Columbina, what do you think about Dottore?
思考がとても飛躍
What
的
were
で
your experiences with
好奇
him
心が満たされたり、
while you were Harbinger?
結果を得られた瞬間、
If only we could
その場
ask
から
you.
消えてもおかしくないわ。唯一似ているところがあるとすれば、やりたいことは必ずやり遂げるってと。
だから君は月の狩人にあそこまで張り合ってたんだな。
She really did get competitive, even though she didn't stand a chance against Rerir at any point.
その話はもういい。
It's a sore spot for her, I guess.
何はともあれ、ドットーレがこのまま手を引くはずがないことは
Yes,
共通の認識
we are all in agreement about that.
最悪。嫌なことをたくさん思い出したわ。あの月髄の件か？
おそらくあいつが普段から実験マニュアルをガン無視して無数の設備を破壊した上、平気な顔して予算を無視することを思い出したんだろう。
Speaking from experience, Wanderer.
すべての責任を他のやつになすりつけるんだ。
その通りよ。前にあいつが超高温実験をしていた時、実験材料が爆発したの。その結果を観測するために、あいつは部下に装置を開けさせて中の煙を出すよう命令したのよ。煙は有毒なのに、私がいなければ何人死んでたか。
Yeah, Dottore just really doesn't care if anyone dies in his experiments. But we already knew that.
それだけじゃないわ。その後あいつ、どう
Oh,
し
she's
たと思
standing
う？
right next to Columbina
ま
now.
だ事後処理も終わってないのに。
Doesn't know she's there.
失っていっちゃったの。何が時間の無駄よ。
Look at Columbina poking her cheek. Oh, that's funny. If Sandro knew what Columbina was doing right now, she would be furious.
カサッチ、君はファトゥスの内情、特にドットーレについて詳しいよ。
Yeah, well, about that. He kinda was one of you at one point. You just forgot about it.
情報提供感謝する。他に気になることもないから、これにて失礼する。
Part of me wishes he would tell them that he was a harbinger and just got erased from Irminsul, just to see the reaction. But I know it's never gonna happen. I know he's not gonna tell them. He's not gonna just reveal that secret. There's no way to prove it anyway.
君も好きにすればいいだろう。
Okay, bye.
なかなか印象深いやつだったな。
The way Waka is sitting down the table.
その通りね。
He's making himself at home.
豊かな人はいくらでも知ってるけど、一緒にドットーレの悪口を言ってくれる人はそういないわ。ま、本題に戻りましょう。前、ファルカはコロンビーナがいなくなったって言ってた。
Yeah, about that.
消えたと言った方が。
If only you knew.
ああ、簡単に言うと、彼女とこの世界のつながりを再構築する必要があるらしい。一番簡単な方法は、彼女の本名を探すことなんだが。
そのことなら本人に聞いたことがあるわ。でも知らないって言ってたわよ。
Yeah, because she really doesn't know her real name.
嘘じゃなくて本当にわからないんだと思うわ。
私の記憶では、女皇陛下がコロンビーナに神の心を集めるよう命じたことはない。だが、女皇陛下が定めた計画に必ず役目はあったはずだ。
ずっとあの子にしかできないことって何なんだろうって
Well, she is a moon
気になって
goddess,
たのよね。
which makes her very unique. A very unique existence. Maybe... Okay, so with what we found out about the moon goddesses, how they were governing the laws before the heavenly principles, maybe what Tsaritsa needs her for is to, like, take control of the laws after the shades are defeated and the heavenly principles are defeated. Because someone has to take over, right? And stay in control of the laws. But then why did the Tsaritsa let her go? And Columbina kinda implied, or I think straight out said in one of the earlier acts, that her deal with the Tsaritsa is concluded, that she already did what the Tsaritsa wanted from her. So yeah, no, my theory is probably wrong.
多分月神の力に関することなんじゃないか。そうね。ファデュイに来たばかりの頃、コロンビーナは女皇陛下にいつ自分のやるべき仕
A
事が回
task
って
to
く
do
る
with
のかって
Kovaki.
よく聞いていたわ。
So is it really just energy that the Tsaritsa wanted from her?
女皇陛下は決まってまだ木が熟していないって答えてたわ。だから彼女はスネージナヤにいる間ずっと暇だったはずよ。女皇陛下は美しい盲目の少女を執行官に任命した。
Oh, that's the first time anyone mentioned that she's actually blind. You know, like she has her eyes closed. Yes, but like no one actually ever called her blind. I mean, for all we knew, she could have just had perfectly fine eyes under there, even if she's never opening them. But I guess that's confirmation that she actually can't see. I still want to see her eyes, though, at some point. Doesn't matter if she's blind or not. I have a feeling she has beautiful eyes.
つまらない噂だったけど、実際反論材料
Or
は
it
な
was
か
just
った
a
わ。
rumor. People were saying that she's blind probably because she never opens her eyes. So it's still not really confirmed if she's actually blind.
その後、どうなったんだ？
さあ、誰も気にしなくなったんじゃないかしら。コロンビーナは女皇陛下がなぜ自分を取り立てたのか理由を気に留めなくなったし、女皇陛下も相変わらずあの子に任務を与えなか
Just
った。
spent her days singing.
だから本当に庭で
Much like when we first encountered her.
私はとても忙しくて、あの子が毎日ブラブラしているのを見るとイライラするようになってたけど、直感的にあの子は必要だと言われたのに実際はそうでもない状態に慣れてしまったんだとも感じていたわ。
Sandron would probably never say that if she knew that Columbina was here. But since she thinks that she isn't here, she's actually revealing her true thoughts.
私はただ居場所をもらうときはそれなりの代償を
Yeah,
払う
always
必要があ
a
ると思って
cost,
た
always a
だけ。
transaction. That's how she saw things before she became friends with us.
その時はただ静かにその代償の訪れを待っていた。はあ、私の方はまるっきり逆よ。誰かに一番疲れる仕事をもらって一番たくさん貧乏くじを引くやつだって言われてた気がするわ。誰に言われたかは忘れたけど、なぜかこの言葉だけはずっと記憶に残ってるのよね。でも君はどんなこともうまく成し遂げてた。すごく
If only she could hear you say this. Thanks for telling us all this.
何か思い出したの？
Well, I'm just even more eager to learn her name now. So that we can bring her back so she can actually talk to you face to face about all this. And yeah, I want to shout it to her from the rooftops.
確かに名前を呼ぶってのは一番ストレートにお前が必要だって気持ちを伝えられる行動だよな。
成功を祈るわ。でも私にとって一番呼びやすいのは結局
It is a very nice name. Yeah.
言い合いの時に呼び慣れちゃったから他の名前を
But it's not her true name, sadly.
私も同感だ。
サンドローネ、アルレッキーノ。
Chat further about interesting moments from Columbina's past, but nothing helps. A Sealy. Messenger from Nicole.
お二人とも丁寧な対応痛み入る。落ち着いたらぜひ一杯お供したいところだな。
ああ、ぜひ。
送らなくたっていいわよね。何度も来てるんだから家みたいなもんでしょ。
I probably do. I've explored this place a lot and done pretty much all the quests here. So I do know my way around this facility. But yeah, take care everyone. Yeah, let's follow the Sealy. We have a lot of experience in doing that. Oh, perspective switch again. Durin, this time it seems. Judging by the symbol in the bottom right corner. Okay, Wander is meeting up with them. And seems like there are some more phantoms.
カサッチさん。
カサッチ、来てくれたの？ファデュイの方はうまくいった？
ドットーレが女皇に呼び戻された。それだけだ。そっちはどうだい？何か進展は？
Seems like a pretty big ruin here.
残念だけど、特に。いろいろな場所でいくつか共栄を観察してみたけど、結果は一緒だった。
アビスの魔物がはびこり、人々は絶望の悲鳴を上げている。
こういった光景を見るたび僕は、ドゥリンがモンドに現れた時も、こんな感じだったのかな。
Yeah, it probably was like that or very similar.
もし使命を託された僕が失敗したら、また新たな悲劇を。
You won't fail. You won't become that abyssal dragon.
何の意味もない。
以前似たような光景を見たとき、僕は声と光で彼らを導いて干渉しようとした。でも結局その結末は変えられなかった。せいぜい生きていられる時間をわずかに伸ばすだけだった。
すでに起きた過去は世界中に記録された運命と同じだ。
Yeah, again, with that here, that the events of the past are the same as fate, can't be changed. But like I said before, fate was actually changed in one of the Archon quests in Fontaine. So maybe that's what this is leading up to, that the past can be changed somehow? Are we gonna do some time travel in this quest?
だが、アリスさんは虚栄の結末を変える方法を探すようにと 僕たちに
Okay, so even Alice thinks there's a way to change this. Interesting.
そんなことは不可能だ。断った方がいいと思うよ。
アリスさんがそう言うならありえない話じゃないと思うんだ。それか、魔女は不可能を可能にできるのか。
Durin makes a very good point here.
でないと、僕はドゥリンとして生まれてこれなかった。
でも39回も試して、どれも失敗に終わったんだろ。
I mean, 39 attempts, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot. Doesn't mean anything. They just need one successful attempt to prove that it's possible.
そうだけど。
なのに、やるっていうのかい？何度も苦労を水の泡にしてきた君ならわかるはずだ。それでもやろうと意固地になるのは、魔女の言葉を信じているからじゃない。その仮説が現実になることを願っているからだ。それは正真正銘。君のせいぜいどうすべきか考えるんだね。君がそれを無駄だと思わない限り。
That's actually a very good lesson for Durin that Wanderer is trying to teach him here. Wanderer actually being a good brother figure? Who would have thought?
これまでの経験を踏まえて考えると、僕たちは虚栄に触れられず干渉するのも難しい。今の状況を打開するには、まずこの触れられないという制約をどうにかしないといけない。
僕もそう思うよ。制約に縛られて失敗を繰り返すだけじゃ。
触れないって分かってるのに触る方法を探すってこと？
Yeah, that's essentially it.
ああ、その方法はおそらく君にしかでき
Only
ない
you are capable of. Because Durin has a special connection to the Abyss.
だが、過去にスメールで起きた地域現象は世界樹が汚染されていることを意味する。
世界樹が汚染されたがためにテイワットに存在しないものが現れた。これは
Rewriting reality. Yeah, Wanderer knows a thing or two about that.
つまり、アビスの力なら強兵たちに干渉できるかもしれないってこと？
誰も試したことはないだろうけど、やるかどうかは君の勇気と君がアビスの力をコントロールできるか否かにかかっている。
誰かうちの娘を見なかったか？いなくなってしまったんだ。探さないと。人の声。
Is Durin gonna save his daughter?
中にいるのか？
僕のアビスの力で。
Okay, no. He didn't do anything there.
近づくなって伝えられれば、さっきの人を逃がせたかもしれない。
重要なのは力の性質ではなく、君がその力をどう扱うかだよ。
脅して阻止する。アビスの恐ろしいイメージにぴったりだ。
やってみる。僕なら虚栄に影響を与えられるはず。
Okay, let's see if you can actually do it.
なあ、小さな女の子を見かけなかったか？
こんな時に何してるの？
What do we do here? Make use of the stone pillars to aid him. Let's see. Oh, this one? Durin can use the power of the Abyss to affect the world. Okay, that will affect the choices and actions of the human phantom. Okay. So now that there's a barrier here, we can't go there. Okay, yeah, he did it. It changed. So it is possible.
喜ぶのはまだ早い。ついていこ
う。正面から魔物が近づいてきた。足止めして隠れる時間を作ってあげよ
う。Okay. Let's see. So that protects him from the monsters. And now if we do this, can he hide in here? Yes, someone is controlling it, but you are safe in there now. Oh wait, do we actually have to let him pass? I thought I needed to keep him in there because he's safe there. You can go now. I don't get it. He's not doing anything anymore. What if I do this? Wait. Oh, I needed that barrier to be active. Okay. Yeah, I get it now. I get it now. I know what I did wrong. Just need to put the barrier here. Wait for him to turn back here. Let him go in there. Close this and open up this. There we go. And now we can let him out. Okay, there's still more. Make use of explosives to aid him, okay. Where do we have explosives? Ah, I see. These explosions can also cause damage to human phantoms. Okay, so I have to somehow make him go away from here. Don't just stand right next to there. Yeah, go away. And now I can blow it up. There we go. Remove the barrier. And he can proceed. Pretty simple. Is that his daughter? No. Doesn't seem like she is. More monsters. And I also see some explosive barrels, so I guess we can blow up the monsters. Okay, here we go. Wait for them. There we go. And wait, and no. Where else? Over here. No. And no. There we go. Oh, there's still more. Oh, wow. Okay. It's going pretty quick now. But I think he got it. Yeah. Okay. But will he truly be saved? Or will the phantom just reset to its previous state? Still hasn't found his daughter. Another monster. Oh, he still died. So in the end, we weren't able to change his fate. Okay, put up a barrier here. Yes, trust Durin. He's here to help you. Okay, seems like none of these three is his daughter either. Then where is she? Should I have put up a barrier here? Probably should have. Let's see how this plays out. Wait, are they killing him instead of monsters? Oh, are they looting? Are they using the chaos to enrich themselves? I mean, there are always people like that. Damn. Okay. So can't let him go in there. So let's put up the barrier. Nope, I'm not gonna let you out. Where to next? Okay, we're getting closer to his daughter. Though I have a feeling that she's already gonna be dead when he reaches her. Ah, monster again. Okay, gotta defeat the monsters again. Oh, this segment is going on for quite a while. Oh, that's too many monsters.
ダメ。ここにある分じゃ足りない。このまま行ったらきっとやられる。それにやっと見つけた手がかりだし。
手がかりがこれだけとは限らない。命を失うよりはマシだ。
わかった。
Okay, so I guess we have to block this. So he doesn't go in there. Because he will die in there. Is this the end? I guess we couldn't actually change it after all.
どうしよう。ごめんなさい。
Don't worry, Durin. You did your best.
もうどこにも行こうとしなくなっちゃった。ここを開けても開けなくても、結局彼は死から逃れられない。僕だって。
But you almost did it. You got really close.
アルベド、カサッチ、もう一回試してみよう。いい方法は思いつかないけど、このまま諦めたくない。
どうして俺はここに？一体どうなってる？頭に浮かぶこの光景は何だ？
どうしたんだろう。
Wait, did we actually do it?
彼の反応が変わったね。
俺はこれで何回目だ？何があった？俺はあんたたちは？
Oh, he can see us now.
僕たちが見えるの？
ずっと見えてた気がするが、今やっと意識できた。すまない。言葉にするのが難しいんだ。とにかく、あんたたちがあの印のついた障壁で導いてくれてたんだろ？
Yes, we were.
どういうわけか、魔物と死に直面した場面が記憶のように残ってる。まるで本当に経験したかのようだ。俺は娘を見つけられないまま、その途中で死ぬんだろう。
Yes, that is right. There's no point lying to him, Durin. He's already realized the truth. Yeah, Wander is just telling him.
それでも僕たちは何とかしようと模索しているんだ。
あんたたちも娘には会ってないのか？
うん。
そうか。娘はここにもいないんだな。くそ、
ごめんなさい。力になれなくて。
もう疲れてしまった。これが運命なのかもしれないな。
Destiny, fate.
娘には会えない。
Yeah. Maybe it can't be changed after all. No, we already know it can.
俺が死ぬまであとどれくらい時間が残ってる？
これまでの経験からすると、だいたい15分から20分ってところだろう。
15分から20分。ずっと助けてくれてありがとう。少し休ませてもらうよ。あんたたちも疲れてるだろうし。
君に心配される筋合いはない。
心配したわけじゃないさ。ただ俺にはもうこの十数分以外に何も残ってないって気づいたんだ。
Well, at least he's gonna have a nice 10 minutes before he dies. They're telling him about Mondstadt and Sumeru.
巨木の上に学院があるなんて信じられんな。
聞いたことがないのかい？
Yeah, I mean, they didn't exist back in his time. These nations you're talking about. But yes, we have heard of Hyperborea.
知ってるよ。でも遠い昔に滅んだって。
ああ、そこは俺の祖先が暮らしてた町だった。じゃあデルポイピュートーンは復興できたのか？
Wait, that's where his ancestors once lived, so he's not actually from Hyperborea?
聞いたことない名前だ。
ならシャール・フィンドニーは？
Vindagnia sounds familiar. Isn't that the ancient name of Dragonspine?
ドラゴンスパインの石碑で見たことがあるよ。
Yeah.
けど、
Wow, I actually remembered that.
今残っているのは廃墟だけだ。
That was a deep pull, like from deep memory. Haven't heard that in a long time, but somehow I remembered that it was connected to Dragonspine. Isn't the domain at the top of Dragonspine literally called, like, Peak of Vindagnia or something like that? Maybe that's why I remembered.
すまなかった。俺が話でもしようと言ったのに、時代が違いすぎるせいで全く噛み合わなかったな。
いや、いろいろ知らない話を聞けてよかったよ。
あんたたちの話を聞く限り、かなりいい生活ができてるみたいだな。
うん。モンドは自由で楽しい場所だよ。教会の人も騎士団の人も優しいから、よそから
It really is a nice place, yeah.
たくさんお祭りがあって、みんなで歌ったり、お酒を飲んだりして。
それと比べたら、スメールの雰囲気はかなり厳かだ。解決すべき問題も山積みで、ゆったりとした場所とは言えない。でも、知識を欲する人にとって、これ以上の聖地はないだろ
う。そうなのか。つまり、すべてを引き裂く黒き波が去った後も、人類は滅びず、繁栄する文明。
All devouring black tide. Wait a minute. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's just referring to the Abyss here. But I'm currently playing through Amphorius in HSR, and there is also a black tide there. Yeah, again, I don't think it's really the same thing. I think he's just referring to the Abyss, but maybe it is the same thing. Maybe there's a connection. I mean, the HEXENZIRKEL games are all connected in some way, right?
俺があんたたちに会えたということは、未来はそこまで最悪になってないってことか。
うん。そうだね。
さて、そろそろ時間か。お別れだな。あんたたちももう俺のために時間を割かなくていい。望みは薄いが、最後の数分でセパガナを探してみよう。できたら、
He's still gonna look for his daughter.
話してやりたい。ではまた。いや、
またなどないだろうな。じゃあ、あんたたちの望む結果にたどり着けることを祈ってるよ。
What a nice guy. Sadly, he's been dead for millennia.
言ってしまったね。あと数分で彼は死を迎える。結局、最後の結末は変わらなかったけど、これまでで
Yeah, that definitely was a lot of progress.
望む結果。本当に全てが彼の想像と同じぐらい簡単だったらよかったけどね。
カサッチ、一つ聞いてもいい？
ん？
カサッチは過去のことを話そうとしないよね。
Well, he's never talked about it because no one remembers. His past basically doesn't exist anymore in this world. He's the only one that knows. Well, actually, no, Nahida knows as well, and Lumine, of course, and Paimon. But you know what I mean.
ほら、話した方が楽になることってあるでしょ?
Is he actually gonna tell Durin that he was a harbinger and that he erased himself from Hirminsu? What are you gonna do here, Wanderer?
アルベドの出自は聞いてるよ。アルベドも僕と同じように生まれて、僕を作ってくれた。そして、カサッチは僕の初めての友達だ。僕の歩みをずっと見届けてくれた。それでも僕たちが最高の友達であることは分かってるけど、もっと君のことを知りたいんだ。
Such an earnest plea. Can you really refuse, Wanderer?
君の考えを理解できるようになるはずだから。
僕のことは全部話してあるだろ。
Yeah, no, he's not talking about that, Wanderer. He wants to know your actual past.
じゃあその前は？
受験生だ。
Come on, just tell him.
わかった。どうしても言いたくないなら無理強いはしないよ。
僕はカーン・ルイヤの機械工学派が残した技術を用いて白い孤児の枝を素材に本物に似せて作られた人形だ。
He's actually telling him about his origins.
白い孤児？それって白銀の孤児のことかい？
But did we know that the materials used were from Irminsul? I'm understanding this correctly, right? From the branches of a white tree, yeah. Did Raiden actually use a branch from Irminsul to build him? I don't think he knew that yet. Or is this just his way of saying that he was basically born from Irminsul when he erased his past? That his current form was born like that? I'm not really sure how to interpret this. No, I think he's actually talking about an actual branch that Raiden used to create him. Wait, so is the puppet Shogun also a branch of Irminsul? Wait, that has so many implications for the lore of the Raidens. I did not expect that. Well, yeah, kinda. She's a god, actually. Well, that's not exactly how it happened, but I know that's how he sees it. Is he actually gonna tell the full story? There he is in his Harbinger form. Is he telling them everything? No, he's not actually gonna tell him. He's evading the topic.
でも、それがどれだけ困難であっても、過ちを書き換えることよりも難しくはない。君は自分が失敗したら新たな悲劇を生むかもしれないと言っていたね。だけど、僕の本当の答えは、
Oh wow. That's the answer you're giving him?
過ちを犯すことになるだ。ただまあ、少なくとも一緒にいる仲間たちは、君のために間違った道をできる限り排除するだろ
うんそうするよ
Yeah, don't worry. We are gonna help you choose the right path.
さてそろそろ休憩は終わりだ
Oh, is Alice trying to call them?
おう
Yeah, it's Alice, of course.
あなたたち何かしたのかしら？教会が干渉を受けたみたいなのよ。
Also, did what Durin did here actually cause fluctuations?
それほど大きくはないし、規模も過去に観測してきたものと同じくらいだったけど、これまでの干渉とは明らかに違うの。
アリスさん、結局僕たちは虚栄の人を救えなかった。でも彼はループの中で一部の記憶を保持し、
なるほど。興味深いことになってきた。
Also, even Alice doesn't fully know what's going on.
もう一度試してみてくれる？もっとたくさんの観測データが必要なの。おねがいね。ニコにも見てもらった方が良さそうね。
Oh, and that's actually the end of Act 5. Okay. Oh, and it just immediately continues, I guess. Wait, I gotta end the video here. This is supposed to be just the Act 5 video. Or is this kind of an epilogue for Act 5, like we had for Act 4? Ah, well, let's just continue until it lets us take a break. Oh yeah, Columbina still can't hear Nicole, right?
今何をすべきで何を後回しにすべきかちゃんと優先順位を分かってくれていたのね。冒険家の本能はあなたたちの意志を揺るがさなかった。そこについては敬意をし。
また頭が。
さて、おしゃべりはここまでにしましょう。私の感知できた内容からすると、ここで遺跡の扉を開けられるみたいよ。
Okay. So we're just gonna go straight in, I guess.
待って。シュペルボレイヤの人々にとって、ここはとても大事な聖地なの。扉を開けるには、何か特別な方法が必要なはず。
Okay, how do we open it?
お前が言ってた、あの豪月の月髄を保管してた場所じゃないか？
Seems like the ancients were very fond of making tricky gate puzzles. Yeah, you can find them all over Teyvat.
あ、簡略版で頼むぞ。
あら、この術の起源を説明しようと思っていたけど、本当に聞かなくていいの？
Yeah, we are sure. We don't need all that background information. Just keep it short.
じゃあ、簡単に説明するわね。今、空爆と共鳴できる
3 human representatives.
3人必要なの。
Representatives of what? What are they representing? I guess the Frost Moon Science for one. So Lorma? Who could be the other two? Oh, I guess it can just be anyone. It's just about seeing if they're qualified. So I guess you could just go Lumine, Vaka, Lorma. And hope that it works.
英月氏のお嬢さんはもちろん務まると思うけど、彼女のような体質の人は
Oh no, it has to be people with special constitution like Lorma. Or who do we use then?
だからルール通りに物事を進めようとしても不毛よ。術の本質を把握してどう回避するかを考えた方が
Find a workaround? How?
ちょっと研究してみたんだけど、術はかなり杓子定規な方法でスキャンしているみたい。
Oh, okay, we just need a bunch of Kawaki energy. Well, Lumine should already fulfill the criteria then, because she still has the moon marrow of the eternal moon. And I guess we could ask Alekino for help, who has the moon marrow of the iridescent moon.
体内に？じゃあ、どうしたらいいんだ？
そうね。ナドクライの土地にある空爆の力を血液に注入し、体内で循環させるのが一番効率的だと思う。
Or we just do that, okay. But who do we do it to?
術式のルールを騙すということか？
そうよ。他にも方法はたくさんあるけど、これが一番シンプルね。どうしたの？騙すという行為が気にかかる？
いや、そういう問題ではない。
Oh, an idea?
ふと思い出したのだ。
Okay, let's hear it.
何をだ？
新月の夜に関することだ。クータルを祭りに参加させる方法を思いついた。
Okay. Where are you going with this?
しかし、今はパイモンの言う通り、優先順位が肝心だ。祭りのことは、機会があればネフェルに連絡しよう。
But there's still a problem of finding her name before the festival. Like, Alice very clearly said that Columbina wouldn't last until the festival unless we find the name.
わかったぞ。
I mean, I know this portal here that we're trying to open is more about is about the part where we try to get her back to the moon.
なんか危険そう。
Not about the name, but like, if we are waiting with all of this until the festival, it might already be too late.
他の方法を聞いたら、この方法が100倍増しに思えるわよ。一つ一つ説明するわね。
Nah, it's fine. We don't have to go over them all.
じゃあいい。やっぱこの方法にしようぜ。
それなら、さっき言った通りよ。でも、この方法の危険度は、その人の適応性によるわ。
Individual compatibility. So yeah, we need someone who is compatible.
何も考えず空爆を体内に注入すると、強烈な拒絶反応が起こる可能性があるの。
I mean, Lumine can definitely handle it. But who else? Aside from Alecchino.
空爆適応血管症にかかった後に出る症状と似ているわ。
Oh, I guess that's the sickness that the little girl had that Loma healed.
だから、実際に注入する前に、誰が参加できて、誰が適応性に欠けるか、簡単なチェ
Oh,
ックを
Nicole
した
can
いの。
just test it.
そ
Well,
の
that's
後
convenient.
できるだけ早く作業を進めないといけないわ。まず、空爆が循環して体内に融合するまでは、飲まず食わずで安静にしてもらう。
飲まず食わず。
Yeah, that excludes Paimon already.
随分な苦行に聞こえるな。
So, how long will they have to keep that up?
3日よ。
3 days of fasting. Oh, that's gonna be difficult.
体質的に大丈夫で、この条件で参加してくれるやつを2人も見つけないといけないのに。
Well, Lumine looks determined. She's probably gonna be one of them. But again, I don't really think Lumine even needs the transfusion. She has one of the moon marrows.
飲まず食わ
Is she not the obvious choice to be one of the participants here? It's Lorma, Lumine, and then we just need one more person, not two more people, because, yeah, we already have two. Why is no one talking about that? Lumine should already have enough Kuvaki. But I guess she's willing to volunteer with the transfusion method, even though I feel like she doesn't really need it. But, oh well. Almost feels like the writers forgot that she has the moon marrow, but they have mentioned it several times in the Archon Quest already, so they definitely didn't forget. So I guess it's just not enough, or it doesn't work that way. I'm not sure.
俺にも試させてくれ。3日間空腹を
Okay,
我慢
Vark
す
as
る
well.
なんてこれがニコさんが思いついた一番簡単な方法ならやるしかないだろ。
Yeah, compared to having Columbina disappear completely, fasting for a few days is nothing. And yeah, Columbina's, of course, happy to hear this.
それもそうだな。時代
Captain of Logistics.
後方支援隊長を
Okay. You will eat for both of us, right?
ないといけないんだろ。焚き火を。
じゃあ旅人、あなたから始めましょう。
Are we doing it right now? Okay.
どう？何か違和感はある？
Nope.
今は？
Nope.
じゃあ、今は？
Still nope.
そう。じゃあ今は？
Did you do something?
なんか、ムキになってないか？
なるほど。すごいわ。降臨者の規格外な一面がこんな形で現れるの。
I mean, yeah, of course she
思い
can.
もしなかった。
She is one of the most powerful beings in Teyvat. It's just that most of her powers are sealed right now.
私が天まで届く巨像の腕を借りて腕相撲をしてるのに、あなたはピクリともしてないみたい。私が最後に使った力は必要な空爆の濃度のおよそ5倍よ。
That much?
あなたは全く問題なさそうね。この儀式に参加しても大丈夫だわ。では、次はあなたよ。
Okay, let's see. Is Waka gonna pass as well?
よし、俺もやってみよ
じゃあ、直接5倍の濃度で。
No, 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 don't start with that. With Waka.
う。いやいや、ちょっと。
Yeah, okay. Poor Waka.
どうしたんだ？
That's about what I expected. Why would you do that, Nicole? Waka's just a normal guy.
結果、まるでワインを何本か流し込んだ後、ダークホースをジョッキ1杯分飲んで、リーウェイのパイチューで蓋をした時のような。
Look how she's smiling. She knew exactly what she was doing. That was on purpose.
笑ってくれるなよ。それから、俺が腕相撲でレディーに負けたことは。
That's how he sees it. Using the arm wrestling metaphor that Nicole used before. Okay, yeah, I guess he did lose to Lumine.
ごめんなさい。やっぱりちょっと濃度を下げてみるわ。
どうだ？
さっきよりかはめまいがマシになったが、たまに波が来る感じがするな。
ファルカさんは難しそうね。
Okay, so Waka is not a good choice. Then who are we gonna try next?
他の仲間たちにも聞いてみようぜ。
Yeah, I guess we can ask Flintz and Nefer and Yahoda and Durin and Albedo and Wanderer and who am I forgetting? Oh, Aino and Nefer. Maybe. But we can't do that to Aino, having her fast for 3 days. She's gonna go crazy without any snacks for so long. And Nefer as a robot will probably not work. Okay, Lorma obviously can do it.
さすが英月氏ね。この状態でも問題がないなら、
Yeah, no surprises. Oh, and they're already here. Okay. I thought maybe the Archon Quest would like take a break here so that we can go to Nasha Town to get our friends, but no, it just continues like that. It is already over. It already showed like the end screen for the Act 5. We are already in Act 6, right? But I feel like I can't just end the video in the middle of the scene. Oh well, let's just continue. The way the Archon quests are structured in Nod-Krai is a bit weird. They also had that in Act 4, where like after we already had that end card, there was still like half an hour more of Archon Quest before it actually ended. So I don't think this is Act 6 yet. We haven't gotten the starting card of Act 6, at least. So yeah, I guess we're still in Act 5, right? Probably. I don't know. But yeah, Nefer doesn't work. Yehoda? Okay, she also failed. I know.
どうしたの？やらないの？
魔女会は子供を愛する組織よ。子供は危ないことをしてはいけないわ。
Okay, yeah, like I said, can we do that to Aino?
どうかしましたか？
適性の高い人間は
Yeah, also what I said, that it probably wouldn't work with a robot. Sorry, Nefer.
なるほど。僕も力になれないみたいだな。
Oh, right, and he's also not really human. It's Faye.
HEXENZIRKEL 以外全滅とはな。俺がダメってわけじゃなかったということだな。いや、
And I guess it also excludes Wanderer and Albedo and Durin. They're all not human. Durin is a dragon, Wanderer is a puppet, Albedo is a homunculus. We don't have that many human friends, actually. No, we do, but like we also have a lot of friends in this world that are not human. Yeah, maybe someone among the Frostmoon Signs? Wait, imagine it's Wilhelmina, the one that betrayed the Frostmoon Signs in Act 2, I think it was, and joined the Fatui. Imagine if she is the one we have to ask for help for this.
ライトキーパーの信頼できる者、イルーガたちと話をしてみます。それと、少し前に蒼月の子を離れて、ライトキーパーに入った人がいました。
Awesome, former Frostmoon Signs joined the Lightkeepers. Interesting.
ネッチがテストするときに使ってる技術、科学的な原理として説明できない？それで、ナシャタウンでいろんな人にポチポチをしてもらったら、いい人が見つかるかもでしょ？
できないわ。
おしゃべり好きが解説を諦めたぞ。
じゃあ、俺も
Yeah, that was pretty straightforward for Nico.
してる団員に聞いてみよう。ローエンがいてくれればな。
The Wave Chaser plane, so that's where the other knights are. I hope we get to go there at some point.
変ね。月神はここまで人々から崇められているのに、どうして存在を保てなくなるほど力を失ってしまったのかしら。
確かあいつ、自分は世界に拒絶されてるって言ってたよな。
それだけではない。月の狩人事件で私たちのために力を過度に使ってしまったのだ。
みんながあいつに対して持ってる感情は尊敬じゃないと思うぞ。
感謝と言った方がいいな。少なくとも俺はそういう感情だ。
借りだよ。恩を受けたならそれに報いるべきさ。
何に対しても興味ないように見えて、実はとんでもない人数の人々を救ってるからね。あたいもその一人だし。
共に行動した際に収集したデータを参照した結果、コロンビーナさんはいい人であると判断できます。
さあさあ。本当に。
Yeah, of course they do. You've helped us all a lot.
コロンビーナが本当の名前じゃないなんて思わなかったよ。ぴったりな名前だと思ってたんだけどな。ふわふわしてて。
Yeah, it is a really pretty name. I've already said it before, but I do like the name Columbina.
残念ながら私たちに決められることじゃないからね。
コロンビーナ、ファドゥイのコードネーム。私が誕生した時。
Oh, it also came up in the song she heard when she was born? Wait, maybe that actually is her true name. And she just doesn't realize it. Or maybe it's just about her accepting it as her true name. Maybe she herself gets to decide what her name is. Hey, what do I truly think of my own name? Maybe if she just accepts Columbina as her true name and we are all calling her Columbina already anyway, maybe that's all she needs to do to get a physical form again. She told me to pick whichever name took my fancy. Yeah, she did. So why did Lumine pick Columbina? Because, like everyone is saying, it's a very nice name. She never wanted to become Kuta and be worshipped as a god. And Columbina, that name, is free from that expectation. Oh, Alekino's here? Okay, so Alekino is gonna be the third person to open the portal. I was kinda calling it. Yeah, there we go.
君たちが冒険者協会で仲間に連絡したとき、サンドローネの耳に入ったんだ。彼女から聞いた。私には月髄を体内に収められるだけの力がある。
Yep, exactly what I said. Well, I said that she should not even need a Kovaki transfusion because of the Moon Marrow. But, you know, the Moon Marrow proving that she's a suitable candidate also works.
さあ、いつ始められるだろうか。
わかったわ。今すぐやってみましょう。どう？気分が悪くなったりしてない？
全然大丈夫だ。
どうやらもうあちこち探し回らなくても大丈夫みたいね。
Okay, there we go. Arlecchino passed the test. To no one's surprise.
じゃあパイモンが前言ってたみたいにみんなで順番に3人のお世話をしよう。私の仕事は神職を含む様々な面でお世話をしている人のお世話をする。
Okay, let's do this. No time to waste.
準備はできている。
This is actually happening right now. Okay. Act 6 still hasn't started officially. This is still just Act 5 epilogue, basically. But something really important is happening here. Oh, look at Paimon and Columbina sleeping. Is it working? Paimon's worried, but Waka's holding her back, so she doesn't interrupt us.
異形は尽き果て、晴天は閉じられた。星々は陰り、囚人は沈黙する。昼が暮れ、銀の月が昇るとき、殿堂へ続く門よ、その姿を表せ。
本当に開いたぞ。
Okay, seems like it worked.
みんなはこの扉を開けるために。
心を鎮めれば、そこまで苦でもなかったな。
Wait.
先に少しでもいいのでお腹に食べ物を入れてください。ゆっくり噛んでから飲み込んでくださいね。そろそろ出発するみたい。
Will you go with us, Columbina?
この扉をくぐって。
Or are you gonna go on ahead? Before
あ
us?
れ？私は
Oh, she actually cannot pass through.
もしかして
Oh, what is happening? That doesn't sound good. Oh, she's on the brink. She's almost gone. You have to hold on, Columbina. Oh, and this is not the official start of Act 6. Okay. Just like that. It didn't stop after Act 5 and just went straight into Act 6. So this was both the epilogue of Act 5 and the prologue of Act 6. But yeah, it didn't let me out of the scene until now, but that's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna end the Act 5 video here. So far, I'm really liking this, but yeah, this is obviously like a combined Archon Quest where like both acts together make a full story. We're obviously still in the middle of things here, so I'm not gonna give like a full review of this Archon Quest yet. I'm gonna wait until the end of Act 6, but yeah, like I said, so far it's really good. Like all the Nod-Krai Archon Quests. We had some really cute scenes, some funny ones even, some very interesting lore. We saw Alice and Nicole for the first time. And yeah, like I said, I love the designs. Overall, a very enjoyable Archon Quest. But yeah, now it's time to take a break. I've been recording for a long time, kinda exhausted. So yeah, see you in Act 6. I hope you enjoyed the Act 5 video. If you did, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Genshin Impact and other gacha content. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.